I think there's still 3 left with an hour to go. So they are going to have to try and get through these quite quickly. So hope everyone is well. We've got, as we said, plenty of action to go through tonight. 3 fights on the prelims, and then we go over to the main cards. And the main card certainly looks pretty fun, actually. This card looks pretty decent. It's not a bad offering. There's some exciting fights in store for us tonight. So, yeah, looking forward to a few things tonight. And, of course, the big one tomorrow. Jake Paul taking on Tommy Fury. That's taken a lot of work, a lot of research. I've got pages and pages and pages of notes for that one. So we are definitely ready for that. We're ready for tomorrow, but let's not worry about that. Let's focus on this. I hope everyone is well. We've got Martinez making his way down to the octagon. Martinez is making his UFC debut. He's going to be taking on Jordan Levitt. Now, obviously, we've seen quite a bit of Jordan Levitt, most notably, most recently against Paddy Pimblett. So this is going to be interesting to see if he can bounce back from that defeat. He's coming in to take on, as we said, someone, I haven't seen the odds on this one, but he's coming in to take on someone making their UFC debut. The experience advantage is definitely going to be with Jordan Levitt here. But I think Martinez is on like a 7-fight win streak or something. So, as we said, that's outside of the UFC. So, we're just getting both fighters making their way down. We should be underway with this one very, very soon. Dort Knight, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Ashton said John Jones against Cyril Gane. What are people's thoughts? My thoughts are that it's going to be a massive fight. It's one that's definitely going to grab a lot of attention, which is clearly a no-brainer. But I think John Jones is one of those names that reaches out to casual fans. So not when I say like it's going to get attention, clearly it's going to do that with the UFC community. But I think it's got a great chance of reaching out to a lot of casual fans, a lot of fans that have maybe stepped away, people that used to watch when Conor was around, Cormier was in his prime, and John Jones was around. Like, we could see a lot of people coming back to watch John Jones that have maybe just, momentarily stepped away. I think that it's going to be a very interesting fight. I think it's a hard fight to predict because who knows in what condition John Jones is in right now. All the video footage I've seen make him look fantastic, but you never quite know if what you're seeing. I mean, anyone can shoot a video and make themselves look great, but like, how's his conditioning? Like, how's that going to hold up in an actual fight against actual heavyweights? I mean, obviously, last time we saw him, he was a light heavyweight, and so now he's moving up to heavyweight. I haven't seen him at this weight. There's a lot of questions. People in the gym have been saying he's in fantastic shape, that he's going to absolutely kill it. But I don't know. I mean, it's the unknown, isn't it? It's the unknown. All the noises coming out of the gym, all the video clips that get posted, just the size of him as well, the way that he looks, everything looks great, sounds great, all ticks boxes. And we know John Jones' ability. If he is able to translate that to the heavyweight division, Jones wins. But, I mean, he's not only going up in weight, but also he's been inactive for a long period of time. It's been a while since we've seen John Jones. So, again, how does that affect things? I'm leaning Jones, but I ain't leaning in that direction with much confidence. But I am leaning Jones on that. Right, but that is in the future, and we will be doing, obviously, that show. I believe it's March 4th. It's not, is it next week? It's not far away at all, is it? I think it might be next weekend. These things, man, they sneak up on me. Right, both fighters are in. Both intros have been done, and we're about to get underway. There we go, round number 1. But days, how was your day? My day was good. Norwich won today, said Joseph. Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks, bud. I'm doing all right. It's been a bit of a manic day today. Obviously, with SmackDown ending and then having to do a few videos. And then today we had like a big wood delivery because we have a wood burner. So I had to put all that away. So that took about an hour and a half. So, yeah, just busy. Kicks coming in by Levitt. High kick coming in there by Levitt. Switching of stances as he's backing away. And you can see there's respect being shown here as a low kick comes in by Martinez. Martinez straight down the middle. Couple of shots, lovely straight shots. And love that by Levitt. Great clinch work. Driving Martinez back against the cage. Now he's trying to destabilize the base. He's managed to get one leg up in the air. He's hacking away at the other leg. He's gone down. Look, dropped his body weight. He's trying to throw Martinez off balance. But right now, driven him over against the side of the cage. And it's all Levitt at the moment. Levitt doing well. Levitt, as we said, wanting to bounce back. Knee to the midsection there by Levitt. And again, Levitt in control. Martinez trying to break away from the edge of the cage. See if we can get some stats going. There we go. Couple of shots. Martinez does break away. Good work there by Martinez. Couple of strikes. Seems to be getting through with those. Striking defense not looking great here by Levitt. Kick coming into the midsection. Kick to the body there by Levitt as well. Levitt just pouring out. He's just never been great on the feet, Levitt. You know, this isn't Levitt's forte. Low blow there. Low blow. So Martinez, it doesn't look like a bad low blow, but Martinez just taking a bit of a timeout. Levitt seemed to acknowledge. Yeah, I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Martinez, I think he seems pretty good about it. He's ready to go again. 20-odd second timeout. We are back underway. Low blow coming in. Both fighters in the center. Kicked. Oh, some nice exchanges. That's a nice right hand there by Levitt. Kick to the midsection. Martinez getting backed up a little bit. Few knee strikes coming in. Big knees. Oh, right in the head. Down goes Martinez. Big shots coming in. Wow. Wow. The dance. Is he going to throw out the dance? Yeah, I mean, wow, that was just some big knees. He's won it. Levitt has won it. Some big knees to the head. Bang. That's crazy, man. Couple of knees coming in. Bang. One. Bang. Two. Puts him out. Bang. Three. Wow. Look at that. I mean, it is. It's gonna do damage. Martinez, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Bang. One, two. Oh, the third one is devastating. I saw something go like flying out. I don't know if it was spittle or if it was like just a mouth guard, but it was like one, two. Ah! The third one is the monster kill. Monster kill, kill, kill. He didn't do the dance. Where's the dance? I thought he was going to do all this twerking and everything. Levitt wins, said Retribution. Thoughts on Jake against Tommy? Well, first of all, we are doing the watch-along tomorrow, and I feel like the world is doing a watch-along tomorrow. Seems like everyone's doing a watch-along tomorrow. But we're going to join that party. We're doing one as well. Thoughts on it are, I think it's a fantastically close fight. I am favouring Jake. I think Jake gets it one. Splits. Nice. There's slight twerk. We got the splits and we got a slight twerk. That's what we got. I don't feel like he really committed to it, though, if I'm going to be honest. I think he could have done a bit more than what we got, but it is what it is. In regards to Tommy and Jake, so I think it's a really close fight. I think that they are both strong in areas the other person isn't strong. I think that I'll tell you what it boils down to for me. It boils down to the fact that at some point, Jake is going to hit Tommy hard, right? It's gonna happen because Tommy drops his hands. And as much as we can sit here and talk about how Tommy is from a boxing background and Tommy has got the longer reach and Tommy has got the better jab and Tommy throw combos and all of this kind of stuff, at some point, Jake will counter Tommy and he will connect. And so the question is, will Tommy go down like Tyron Woodley did? Will Tommy go down like Tyron Woodley did? Will Tommy go down like Ben Askren did? Will he go down like Nate Robinson did? I don't think he will because he's younger. I don't think his chin is shot. Those chins were shot, right? And I think that they were obviously older men. So I don't think he will go down, but he could find himself in a little bit of trouble. He could definitely find himself in a bad situation. And for me, that's going to be the key part of the fight. I think when he gets hit, I want to see how he reacts. I want to see if he just eats it. If he just, it's as if nothing has happened. Tommy will win, right? I feel good about that. Tommy, to me, has got the better fundamentals, actually. I think what Jake has got is he's got a good mouth, right? He can talk a good game. And he, you watch his training footage and he looks really good. But when the bell actually sounds, there are big, big problems there because, there was boos against him and Woodley. And, Anderson Silva was getting some joy against Jake. Granted, I thought the Anderson Silva fight was a good result. I thought Jake did well in that fight. But there's moments where Jake's in trouble. And I kind of feel like if he puts in a performance like he did against Anderson Silva, we're going to have an interesting fight. If he puts in a performance like he did against Tyron Woodley, Tommy's going to win, right? I sort of feel like Tommy's coming along at the right time. This feels like a good time for this fight. So, what version of Jake we're going to see? He claims to continuously be improving, and at his age, he probably is. So I would imagine we will get the Anderson Silva version of Jake, maybe even a better version than that, which I think is going to be a problem for Tommy. And I think that Jake is going to get through at some point because Tommy drops his hands. And I think if he does get through and he does hit him clean, I really think that Jake could get some joy here. I think I am just leaning to Jake. But we'll have to see. I mean, look, I'm sure if you used to talk to Tommy, Tommy would be like, listen, if Jake hits me, I ain't going anywhere. I've been fighting heavyweights my whole life and all this kind of stuff. But we just keep seeing people saying these things, and then they step into a ring or an octagon, and it's not what we're being told. Do you know what I mean? It's false advertising. You listen to Tommy, and Tommy talks about how he's going to finish him within, the first rounds and all this kind of stuff. And he talks to Jake and say, why don't you fight a real boxer and all this? Tommy fought Anthony Taylor on an undercard and went the whole 4 rounds. He didn't put him away. He's not a proper boxer. He's an MMA fighter. He now does a lot of fights with misfits and the YouTuber influencer worlds. Well, when Tommy fought him, Tommy didn't put him away. Tommy went 4 rounds and didn't look that great doing it. But you hear him talk now, it sounds like he's the best thing since sliced bread, So you have to kind of separate what they're saying with what they actually show, because sometimes the two are just a million miles apart. So I really like Tommy. I personally would like Tommy to win. I would like Tommy to do it because I think that for Tom, I believe both actually when they say that they want a career in this sport. I do believe both. I believe Jake Paul. I believe that he wants to be world champion. I believe he thinks that he can be world champion. And I think that Tommy wants to have a great boxing career as well. And I think that he's grown up with boxing. I think he loves boxing. It's in his family. I believe both when they say they respect the sport. and they want the best for the sport. I think anyone saying is this fight a joke? I think you're missing the point, to be honest. I actually think that these two take boxing very seriously. I think they're good for boxing, both Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, because they're both working hard to put in the work in, and they're, all you see from Jake is you see him respecting the sport. That's all he's doing. That's all he does. So I don't think anyone can really criticize Jake's commitment to boxing. You have to be that committed to boxing, because you'll get found out if you're not. If you cut corners, you'll get found out. And certainly if he wants to be a world champion. So yeah, he's very committed. He puts the work in. Obviously, so is Tommy, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a really great fight. Well, I actually think it might be a little bit of a boring fight, but I think it's going to be a great fight in regards to so much to talk about, so much to look out for. I've got pages and pages of notes. Hence why we're starting this UFC, because my focus for this weekend is tomorrow. That is my focus for this weekend. Every weekend, there's one thing that I'm really dialed into, really focused on. And this weekend, it's Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. So my energy has gone into that. But what's brilliant is that is tomorrow. Hence, we can still hit the majority of this show tonight. So, and that's what we've just done with Levitt. And now we're going to be going over to the ladies. Jasmine Jasdovicius taking on Gabriela Fernandez. We have seen Jasmine before, and her record is 7-2. She's got good wrestling. She doesn't use it enough, though. She is someone that can be countered. She can strike in the pocket. Says that she's looked for finishes a bit too much before, so she's not going to kind of force that now. I thought that was a really interesting comment, because kind of suggests that she's going to maybe be a bit more patient. She's going to maybe start putting things together a little bit more, which, in all fairness, at the age of 33, she should have pretty much figured that out already, but let's see what she can do. She's coming in here against Fernandez, who is making her UFC debut, and she's got decent striking, but she doesn't move well when she is striking. So that's something to keep an eye on. There's a few question marks around her ground game. And this fight seems to be that if it's going to be on the feet, it's going to be Fernandez. If it's going to go down to the ground, it's going to be Jasmine. Strikes coming in. Wrestling with Andy, hello. Shout out to you. They've announced Big Dom against Ric Flair at WrestleMania in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. Dream match. Oh, heavy low kick there by Fernandez. Heavy low kick. Right, we've got Jasmine edging forward. Constantly going for those inside leg kicks. Fernandez, as we said, she's got that kickboxing. And she is very good at striking. At the moment, though, Jasmine's throwing some lovely counters. So every time that Fernandez is coming into the pocket, trying to throw something, she's getting beaten to the punch. Nice hook shot coming in there by Jasmine. High kick just misses. Fernandez on the outside, as we said, making her UFC debut. Jasmine, again, continuing to just edge forwards. Kick just missing there. Fernandez on the outside. Inside leg kick by Jasmine. Jasmine again, moving forward, edging forward, throwing out a straight. Good exchange at the moment. Couple of right hands straight down the middle by Jasmine. This is, I think this is our co-main of the prelims. Our main of the prelims is going to be Gonzalez against Trevor Peak. That's going to be a good fight, man. Looking forward to that. Next fight's going to be good. Right now, Jasmine has grabbed Fernandez, driven her up against the side of the cage. Looking to try and get her to the ground. As we said, it's going to be big for Jasmine if she does. She's again trying to destabilize the base and trying to get her down, but she's having a little bit of difficulty with that at the moment. Zeno Gray, shout out to you, said, love that Levitt won. TKO was so unexpected. Yeah, pretty much. I'll tell you what, if you did have that bet, you've made a bit of money there. I don't know what the odds would have been on Levitt to win. I think it was first round, wasn't it? First round, TKO, Jordan Levitt. Lovely takedown by Jasmine. Good work. Fernandez down on the ground. So Jasmine in control. We've got 1 minute 50 on the clock. Shots coming into the side of the head here by Jasmine. Fernandez has been able to kind of turn her body over to the sides. So Jasmine at the moment is trying to find a way. She's trying to get a bit of ground and pound going, and she's trying to keep it chest to chest. She's she could go into side control. Just having a look at Fernandez, it's just really interesting how she's trapped the leg. I feel like she should be able to break that, though. But it is very interesting how she's trapped that leg. Now she could get it out. Look, she could slip that leg out, go into side control. But she's not. She's choosing not to. Yeah, I don't know why she's into mount. It feels like with one swift movement, she could get into side control, maybe even full mount. But she's not concentrating on that. Instead, she seems to be concentrating on just getting a few shots off. Really feel like that leg, it really feels like that leg should be able to come out. I do love that hook, though, that's there, into side control. There it is. There it is. So she's managed to get into side control, going for the crucifix. She's trying to trap the arms. Yeah, she's got the one arm down. She was trying to get the other down. As soon as the two arms are trapped, bang, 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 head's exposed. And you can start raining down shots. I think Jasmine's going to be graded there. It really felt like she took an opportunity way too late. Way too late. Felt like that opportunity was available a lot earlier than when she went for it. But maybe this is all part of this new thinking, because she did say that she chases the finish a bit too much and she wants to show a bit more patience. And maybe in that example, she showed a bit too much patience. You know, maybe she's having to, like, her natural instinct would be to do what we were just saying. But she is purposefully trying to slow it down, take her time. This is probably something that they've drilled into her. Like, because she's got herself into some bad situations before. She has been a bit reckless in the past. Hey, listen, good round for her. Good rounds. Wes said, please save the Lady Gardens. Right, here we go. We're about to go to round number 2. Round number 2, second round for this one. Quite a fun little fun, that, actually. Enjoyed it. Here we go, round number 2. And see what is in store. Nice shot coming straight down the middle there by Fernandez. Low kick coming in. Little uppercut coming in by Fernandez as well. Kick to the body by Jasmine. Jasmine going back into the center. Couple of shots there by Fernandez. Fernandez moving back. Jasmine in the center. Inside leg kick coming in there by Fernandez. So Jasmine, oh, that's a lovely shot by Jasmine. Driving Fernandez back against the side of the cage. So right now she's got her back against the cage. Big knee strikes coming in by Jasmine. So really throwing in some knee strikes. Jasmine in control. So we are in round number 2. We're a minute into this round. Jasmine driven Fernandez back against the cage. Big knees coming in. Look how old that judge is. Jeez. Look at that. It looks like Gladys. It's come a lot, Gladys. is at ringside. Big shots coming in. Again, trying to get her down to the ground. Jasmine knows that's her path to victory. She did manage to get the takedown in the first round, of course. And she showed quite a bit of patience. And the takedown has been achieved here as well. Down goes Fernandez. And again, this could be more of the same. So she's got 3 minutes 20 now to work. What I will say is that that leg is much better trapped. Her leg right now was really, really tied up. So I don't think there was much in the way of an opportunity to move into side control. Looks like her leg is still a bit tied up, but there's just little fleeting moments where she could get that leg out like then. There was a moment with the leg out. As Fernandez keeps just changing her foot in. She's keeping it chest to chest at the moment. Fernandez keeping that leg tied up. So it's all Jasmine. Jasmine in control. She's managed to get 3 downs. Her previous best was only 2. So she's already managed 3. So this is her best fight for successful takedowns. She's trying to get that arm again. She's trying for that crucifix again. She's trying to, she's doing like the work. Look, she's trying to get that one arm. She's driving her shoulder. So she's driving her shoulder to try and get the arm down. And now, look, she's trying to get the other arm. She's trying to get her knee over. You can absolutely see what she's going for here. She's really battling away for this. And if she can expose that head, done, mate. Just rain down pain. And at the moment, look, the one arm. He's working hard. Yes, that's good. That's good. That's really good. She's managed to step over. So she's driving the shoulder. There we go. There it is. There it is. So she's managed to trap the one arm. You've got to get more vicious ground and pound than that, though. She is smashing some elbows in, but yeah, she's not. She can't get that left arm out, and Jasmine is just making sure that arm is like really trapped in there. The other arm is trapped in there. She's just bang, bang. I mean, it's damage. It's going to be counting, but there's nothing at the moment. It doesn't have much in the way of ferocity, you know? Again, she's just trying to throw these elbows, these forearms into the head. I mean, that's going to be moody, innit? That's going to be moody. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's the ferocity you want to see. What was good there was she managed to get her knee and kind of put it against the temple, against the side of the head. That meant the head had nowhere to go, so that when she was bang, 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 like the head was just going nowhere. It could only go against the knee. That was nice. That was good. That was really satisfying to watch. And that's a big round for Jasmine. Jasmine is doing so good. God, I bet that was a long round for Fernandez. I bet that was a long round. Damien, I'm doing great, mate. I'm feeling really good. Doing good. Yeah, I'm excited. It's an exciting weekend, in all fairness. I mean, it's great to be here doing UFC, of course. And then tomorrow we've got... Honestly, I mean, it's one of the biggest fights of the year. I think the Tommy Jake fight is the fight that people have been waiting for a long time. I think people... there's people on different sides of the fence. There's some people that are like, this is a disgrace to boxing. And then there's people that are like, this is amazing, I can't wait for it. And then there's people in the middle that are like, there's kind of people all over the scale. I'm excited for it, genuinely very excited for it. We've watched all of Jake's fights. I'm not a big Jake Paul fan, but I acknowledge his improvements. having seen him when he first started fighting Deji to where he is now. Like, I do admire the work that he's put in. And I think there's something nice about that. There is something really nice about, you know, seeing someone put in that level of work and get like the reward that he's got. Like that's how it should be, really. If you put in that level of work into something, then I would hope that you would get that level of success as well. So yeah, I respect the work. So I don't think it's a disgrace to boxing at all. Should it be the main event over an actual championship match? Probably not. Yeah, it's probably not the wisest idea, but we all know that more people are going to be tuning in for Tommy and Jake than will tune in for the Badu Jack fight, but it is what it is. That's not really Jake's fault, is it? That's more the fault of boxing for not building up their stars big enough. Big shots coming into side of the head as Fernandez down. So this third round is really just about what has Fernandez got. And I would imagine after the punishment that she's taken, not much would be my reply. She has put very little resistance up to that takedown. So she's taken down. She's managed to grab a guillotine, but it doesn't look tight. Well, it didn't look tight until we saw Jasmine's head, and it seemed a little bit red. So maybe there's a bit more to it than I thought. Yeah, she is putting a squeeze on. Man, yeah, I mean, Jasmine responds by just punching her in the side of the body. Shot coming in again. Yeah, I don't think that's fun, you know. I don't think that's fun. She's trying to slip her head out. I think she doesn't want to stay in this position for long. It looks like the guillotine now is maybe on the chin. She's trying to get her head out. Jasmine's trying to get out of this. But the squeeze actually looks... It's been on for a little while. Does not look comfortable. But Jasmine seems to be weathering this storm. I'm more excited for Man United Newcastle than Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. I can understand that. I am... If I'm going to be completely honest, I think I've been conditioned, and this is going to sound really arrogant, but I think I've been conditioned to look at it as the Carabao Cup. It's the Carabao Cup. Like, do I want to win a trophy? Absolutely. But it's the Carabao Cup. Do you know what I mean? It's one that, like, you know, we get to go to Wembley and get to see United taking that next step. And I think, you know, I suppose how I view it is building to bigger things. Do you know what I mean? That's how I view it. And it's probably the wrong way to view it, to be honest. I will be the first to admit that. I will be the first to admit that is arrogant, isn't it? It's arrogant. It's an arrogant way. Like, oh, it's just the Carabao Cup type attitude. But it's... I think that's because that's how it always felt when we were winning everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues and FA Cups. Like, the Carabao Cup was like, we didn't win it. We didn't win it. I don't know. I don't want to... I think what it is that I don't want to lower my... I don't want to lower my expectation. Like, but that's wrong, innit? You should want to win the Carabao Cup. You should want trophies. Number of trophies that you win, you know? So, no denying it's a big match, though. No denying it's a big match tomorrow. And I really, obviously, hope Man United win. But I wish it was the FA Cup. Wish it was Champions League. I wish it was the World Cup. I wish Man United were going to win the World Cup. 30-odd seconds to go, and we've got Jasmine in control. So she did manage to get out of that guillotine. There's nothing here that Fernandez has been able to offer. Yeah, it's not a big trophy, but it's still a trophy. But it's better than Nout. That is true. That is true. That is true. As I said, I think the way that I'm looking at it is 100% you're right. 100% it's exciting. 100% it's a trophy. 100% I want Man United to win. Tick, 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 tick. I think there's just a little caveat, a little asterisk that it's equally as because it's a sign of potentially bigger things to come for Man United. It's a sign that there's, bigger things on the horizon. And I think that's exciting as well. For me, like, the Barcelona results are, dare I say, just as big. Because that is us beating the best team in La Liga. I mean, that is a key indication as to what is to come. So I look at the Carabao as a trophy. Brilliant, tick. But also it's, yes, progress. And I think that's exactly what the Barcelona results were as well. I mean, wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, very exciting. James, how do you think we'll do again? It's Real Betis, isn't it? How do you think we'll do? I think I looked and they're like 5th in La Liga. So, how do you think we'll do against them? I don't know much about them, to be honest. I just saw we got them, Googled where they were, and I think they're like 5th. But, I mean, we just beat Barcelona, so... Jasmine wins, of course. We need to win this game first, though. That's it, James. One game at a time. That's the attitude. Come on. Right, Jasmine wins, but no one talks to her because she's a woman. Joking. We've got another fight to get to. We've only got 25 minutes. So that's the real reason. Does Bisping want to speak to me? No. But I won. Doesn't matter. You've got boobs. Oh, I'd love to speak to Bisping. Get out. Time for the men. Right, here we go then. Gonzalez against Peak. So, exciting debut this for Trevor Peak. Aggressive. He overwhelms his opponents. He had a banger fight on the Contenders. And he has got monstrous power. Tough. Can be a bit but pushes through that. Very, very durable. Great heart. He's improving all the time. He had a very late start to MMA. He's got nasty ground and pounds. Great get-ups, though. If he gets taken down, it works hard, man, to get back to his feet. He is a dog. Like, if you put your money on the Peak, the one thing you're going to get is he is going to work for that money. He is going to work for you, right? I like him. I really like him. So, Trevor Peak, minus 210, making his debut, but yeah, let's go. Let's go, Trevor Peak. He's taken on Erick Gonzalez, who does have power. He's very much under pressure to win here. Short notice replacement. He's been finished twice in his two recent fights against Miller and McKinney. He absorbs a lot of punishment. This is seemingly going to be a step down for him, though, in competition. He's been facing some all right names. And now he's got Trevor Peak, who is exciting, but he's making his debut. So it's a good little fight, this one. Trevor Peak's minus 210 favourite, and then Erick Gonzalez is plus 180. So I've got Trevor Peak. Let me know who you've got. This is our main event. This is our main event of the prelims. There's Megan Levy. James said, United 3-1 against Betis. I think we'll beat them. They're okay, but we've got the better team. Jennifer. One game at a time, James. One game at a time. Jennifer said, I've been going through some sickness. Your videos have helped, especially the toy hunts. I am a boy. Shout out to you, buddy. Sorry to hear that you wasn't very well. Really pleased you enjoyed the toy hunts. Yeah, I enjoyed doing them. During the lockdown, it was really, well, it was impossible. It wasn't really hard. It was impossible to go to the shops because they were closed. So it's meant that 2020, 2021, and there hasn't been many, to be honest. The vast majority of them are all before 2020. 2022 was able to get out and do a few, but and I hope to do more again this year. But yeah, massively got hit by the pandemic and the lockdown and all of that. But yeah, we're definitely due another. We did one around Christmas, so we're definitely due another soon. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I always tried to. They will always be the videos closest to my heart, to be honest, because they are the videos that really helped the channel establish itself. And everything has kind of been built on that then. So, yeah, they're the videos closest to my heart. And I just love doing them. They're so much fun. And I always try, I'm just constantly thinking, how can I make this fun? How can I make this funny? How can I make this entertaining? And, yeah, appreciate it. Glad you enjoy them. Wes says it's going to be 3-2 to Betis. Oh, don't ruin the atmosphere. Don't ruin the mood, mate. We're all here having great bants. No, Jamie, watch along. Bonkers, shout out to you. Gregor said, I'll be doing some wrestling chat soon on a new channel, said Daz. With guests. Ooh. What guests are you getting, Daz? Liverpool fan would want United to lose, said James. Right, here's Gonzalez making his way down. Yeah, it's a big weekend, isn't it? It is a big weekend. United's tomorrow. Jake Paul, UFC. Isn't Mayweather fighting, or has he already fought? Normally we do the Mayweather fights, but I don't even know who he's facing. Someone from Geordie Shore or something. Honestly, if you're going to have exhibitions, that's fine. But at least have exhibitions against someone that or at least have exhibitions against, do you know what I mean? If you're going to face Conor again, or take on Ngannou, or do something. Don't face someone out of Geordie Shore. Here's Erick Gonzalez. Bonkers reckons it's going to be a sneaky 2-1 win for Newcastle. DC said I went 10-1 last week, 2-2 so far. Bad times. Bad times. Listen, comes and goes, mates. Wins and losses, ups and downs, ins and outs. Wet and cold. Wet and cold. Hot and cold. Dry and wet. It's the way of the world. Yin and yang. Good weeks, bad weeks. A friend of mine is in Florida. Do you think it's easy to get wrestling shirts there? Maybe the new Andre figure. I might ask them to pick them up. I know you have been. I don't know about wrestling shirts. I'm not aware of any shops other than Hogan's Beat Shop that sell wrestling shirts. I can't see that being easier than getting them online. Wrestling figures, all I can tell you, and I don't know if this is the same. Actually, that's an interesting conversation. A very interesting conversation. I don't know, and my guess is it's probably the case. But in America, in Florida, you can get to a Walmart probably within 20 minutes. They just seem to be everywhere. And if there isn't a Walmart, you're gonna come across a Target. It blows my mind the amount of shops that are in Florida. It blows my mind. I can't figure out how they're all in business, because we went down a random road, right, when we were in Florida, just down this road. We were just having a little look around the area where we were staying, just to see what restaurants were around and whatever. Went down this random road, massive shopping center down this road. And we went to it, and most of the shops were closed. And there was next to no one around in there. And you could tell that this was a shopping center. It'd been a while. But at one point, they must have had high hopes for it because it was big. And now, like, there was next to no one there. And as we said, there was a lot of empty units. Still some shops open, trading, but a lot of empty units. And it just kind of feels like it's as if America has built enough shops for, like, 600 million people, but you only have 300 odd million people. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got more shops than I think your population needs. It's just shops everywhere. Everywhere you go, like rows of shops along the street. Walmarts, Targets. Just, I mean, like, so many different little outlets. It's mental. So, trying to get figures, yeah. I reckon you could, because there's just... They're everywhere. Honestly, the number of Walgreens, I lost count. Knee strikes coming in. I don't know how many Walgreens they've got in Florida. I think it's in the billions. Nice takedown by Gonzalez on Peak. So Peak doing really well with the striking. But you can see a takedown there by Gonzalez. He needed to do that. Wet and cold. That's like a Yelp review for a night with William Hensey. Lovely hook shot coming in there, Gonzalez. Oh, lovely straight down the middle though by Peak. Gonzalez throws straight left, back, straight right. Big shots coming in, driving Gonzalez back. He is so good on the feet. Peak is so good on the feet. Just really getting through. Look at that, 14 significant strikes to 2. He's good. He is so good. Now he's got a headlock on. Love to see a noogie. One of them. Down he goes. Round the back goes Gonzalez. And he's got his leg, wrapping it around the leg of Peak. And he's all over at the side at the moment. To be fair, isn't it that Florida is only twice as small as England's? Yeah, but when I say Florida, I don't really mean Florida, to be honest. I'm just talking about Orlando and like that area and Kissimmee and Tampa. It's sort of like the middle part of Florida. If you go north, you kind of get more towards Pensacola, and I've never been up there. I think Daytona might be up there as well. I've never ventured anywhere close to that. If you go south, you've got Miami. And you've got the Keys. We have been down there, but look at this by Peak. Really getting through. Oh, down he goes. He's got, I tell you what, on the feet, Peak is having some real success. And looks like he's about to put Gonzalez away. Gonzalez is just managing to get some strikes through, and he's managed to get Peak down. Oh, he's got the arm, rolls through, looking for an arm bar. The arm slipped out. He had an arm bar on then, but just couldn't keep a hold of it. Right now, he's been driven up against the cage. So Peak over inside of the cage, 25 significant strikes to 6, 4 takedowns. For Gonzalez, though, I mean, honestly, this is where it becomes a bit tricky because the takedowns, they've got to mean something. Oh, he's wobbled him, though. Oh, it might not matter. Oh, down he goes. Peak's killing him. Peak's all over him. Wow. Gonzalez got dropped. Gonzalez got right back up, though. Yeah, great powers of recovery there by Gonzalez. Damn. Big shots. He knows he's got that massive advantage on the feet. Body shot coming in. Oh, he's smashing him around. Some of these strikes, you're just waiting for Gonzalez to go down. Oh, it's brutal. Oh, he deaded him. He deaded him. Oh, man. Oh, brutal. Finish him. Oh my God, that is so good. If you are not watching this, you've got to find the finish to this fight. He's got him up against the cage. Bang! Bang! Ah! Some beautiful shots. This boy can throw hands. He can throw hands. Oh! Ah! There's a hammer fist that comes in there as well. Take this! Ah! Oh! Oh! They're like sledgehammers. Ah! It's a beautiful right. Down he goes. The left. I came in like a wrecking ball. Bang. Bang. Oh my God. Stop the fight. Look at that. Bruce Buffer, super it. Bruce Buffer going out. Look at Pete. Pete's over the moon. Oh, man. I'm thrilled for him. I might have just found my new favourite fighter. I'm so excited to see Trevor Peek. As I said, he'll fight for your money. Oh, God. Trevor. Yeah. Got a smile on his face. That was 459, you know. Those swings look brutal. I bet you say that to all the kids. Those swings look brutal. Don't go near the slides. Hello, kids. Come over to your Uncle Just Nick. Those swings look brutal. You'll be safer over here with me. Would you like some candy? I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Finish him! Never seen hammer fists thrown quite like that. Without wrestling, you wouldn't have smack talking you have in UFC and press conferences. Where do you think Conor got it from? Wrestling, said Dortnight. Oh, UFC have took loads from wrestling. Loads. Dana's said as much. They looked at WWE and find a way of, like, presenting, like, you know, the way that they do things. Entrances, ring walks, and music, and things along those lines. Yeah. John Morgan said, damn, son, we see you, Trevor Peek. I really believe I can make a run for the title, said Trevor Peek. I really like him. Oh my God, they're brutal. They are brutal. Very good. He hit him so hard, he stole his wallet. Damn it, Days. I told you that in private, said Just Nick. Fancying it. I had Peak by knockout, but round 3, said James. Sneaks, shout out to you. Oh, look, he's meeting his idol. He loves Bruce Buffer, doesn't he? He loves him. Oh, he's giving him some notes as well. Look. He's giving him some, I think he just gave him the notes. Oh my God. Peak's like, thank you, Mr. Buffer, thank you. Listen, you take these. Yeah, that was an amazing finish to the fight. And you take these notes, put them up on a thing on the wall, yeah? Oh, I will, Mr. Buffer. Thank you, Mr. Buffer. Thank you, Mr. Buffer. Ah. Ah. I love him even more now. Bruce Buffer's goated. If you're going to show that level of respect, to Bruce Buffer, you're in my good books. It's nice, isn't it, when you think about it? I mean, I know in combat sports, the ring announcers, like Michael Buffer as well, of course. But the ring announcers do kind of carry a certain level of respect. And I think that's nice. I think that's good. It's not the same level of respect for referees. Is that, you know what I mean? I don't think there's many people walking around saying Herb Dean is goated. But you only hear people saying bad things against Buffer. But I like it when they show that level of respect to the people that, put on the shows. Without the ref, without the ring announcer, without the timekeeper. I'd love the timekeeper to get some respect as well. Never know. Who's the timekeeper? What's the timekeeper called? I haven't got a clue. We're seeing Krylov obviously working our way to the main card. We got 5 fights left to go. Should be good as well. Some good fights coming up. I've got some candy in my van, said John. Listen, John, I've fallen for that many, many times in my life. Many times. And some of the things I've been through. It's not even worth mentioning, but I ain't going to fall for it again. I've had my heart broken too many times. Sorry. Too many times. The amount of times I've gone to them vans. Hasn't been candy. And you know what? I don't think there ever was candy, to be honest. Pretty much every single time I've gone. Every single time. Rock and Sock said that's the guy you want to cheer for. Dort Knight said he seems like a nice guy. Days wants to peek at your donk. Your donk. When is your dong back in action? I don't know, Hey, just Nick, when's your dong back in action? The ref sucks, that's why. Well, the ref has to make decisions, and the ref's going to have to make decisions that aren't popular sometimes. So, it is what it is, isn't it? Bruce Buffer doesn't have to make any decisions, does he? All Bruce Buffer does is introduce both people and then read out the decision that other people have made. So judges are never going to be popular. Refs are never going to be popular. I say let's build up the timekeepers. Timekeepers, they've got to make sure that clock stops, it's red. You know what I mean? They've got a job to do as well. When does Paul Fury start in the UK? Said Sneaks. I think it's quite late. I think the fight is expected to be. I think it's expected to be about 9. Might be later than that. But it's around that sort of time. Because don't forget it's in Saudi, so I think they're a bit ahead of us. So coverage, I've got an advert on right now. Coverage starts at 6:30. And you know what? This fight is so big. My mom asked me, she's like, oh, who do you want to win the fight? I know about the fight. Do you know what I mean? If she knows about it, that can only mean that it's being spoken about on daytime TV. That is it. Right? She does not run in circles of friends that talk about boxing. Right? Or YouTubers, right? So it's got to be that it's being mainstream covered on daytime TV, those kinds. So yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a big thing. We're going to start nice and early. I want to start an hour before the coverage even starts, because we've got so much to talk about and so much to go through. And actually, even after UFC tonight, my plan is to do a few more hours of research, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then boom, get up, and we're going to be ready to go. So it's massive tomorrow. Massive. Malott by decision, says Mega Monkey. Well, we've only got 3 minutes, haven't we? We've only got 3 minutes. And then we'll be going over to the main So we haven't got long to wait. Malott by decision. Yudong is definitely getting beat tonight, said Dollar Bill. Tatiana Suarez. Yeah, we haven't seen her. This is her first fight since June 8th, 2019. That's amazing. Second highest significant strike accuracy in UFC history. Second control time in UFC history as well. We got Michael Chiesa. Yeah, Suarez. I've got Suarez as well. I think most people will have Suarez in that fight. It's going to be the second fight on the main card. She hasn't fought after having a big knee injury since 2019. She returns against Montana De La Rosa. Montana De La Rosa's got like 5 wins, 3 losses in the UFC, so she's no pushover. It's not like she's coming in against like someone super, super low level. She's coming in against someone that's got 5 wins. So it's a bit tricky. I do think the line is quite wide. Tatiana Suarez, minus 800. Montana De La Rosa, plus 550. Then if you look at the first fight, Malott is coming in as a minus 210 favorite against Yohan Lainesse, who is plus 180. So I've got Malott in the first. I've got Suarez in the second. I think the heavyweight fight is quite close between Sakai and Dante Deomays. That one I think is quite close, but I'm just leaning to Sakai. Then we've got Muniz against Brandon Allen. I think that is fascinating fight. The co-main is really interesting. And the main is an absolute banger, man. It is an absolute banger. The main has got Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann has not left the first round since 2020. There's a big question as to what's he going to look like in a second round. He's taken on Nikita Krylov, who's got 29 wins. 27 of those have been finishes. 27 finishes. 27 finishes out of 29 wins for Krylov. And on Ryan Spann, who has had plenty of fights since 2020 and including 2020, and he has not got out of the first round. Wins and losses all ending in the first round. At main event tonight is banging. Main event tonight is banging hard. Really interesting co-main. Heavyweight fight, which could go either way. The return of Tatiana Suarez and Mike Malott, who is a really great fighter. He was a head coach at Team Alpha Male. And now here he is. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Coming in 8-1. We have seen him before. He's taken on Yohan. Malott should be able to in this. Should be able to get the win. But yeah, 5 fights, and it's going to be a fun card. Looking forward to it. Right, we've got another question coming in from Biplob. Biplob, shout out to you, buddy. Hope you're well. Says, Days, are you streaming Jones against Garm? Yeah, 100%. So that's next week. Saturdays are a problem for us now because obviously we do a lot of professional wrestling during the week. And what used to be the case was that Saturdays were completely free. Completely 100% free, right? So we could just do UFC every single week. The problem that we've got now is obviously we've had a massive explosion with YouTube influencer boxing that has really just caught, I think, a lot of this community's attention. I think because we do professional wrestling, that obviously caters for quite a young market. And so I think a lot of the people in the community are really engaged with the KSI fights and Jake Paul fights and things along those lines. I get so many people asking me questions about those things. There's no way that we can't do those. And they tend to be on a Saturday. Although, lo and behold, the one this week is on a Sunday. But normally they're on a Saturday. So not only have we got that that's getting in the way, but WWE have decided that Saturday is the day they're going to now start doing their pay-per-views. They started doing it last year. There was some real tough decisions that had to be made last year. We had like big UFC shows going up against big WWE shows. Now, I just don't think that's great business sense, but it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, it is what it is. This is the situation they put us in, and so decisions have to be made, unfortunately. So sadly, the game has changed. It's we haven't changed. The game has changed on us. So now we have like decisions that have to be made. But I am constantly trying to do UFC where I can. And this, by no means are we going away or anything like this. We are absolutely doing the John Jones cards. And I will always try to do the big pay-per-view cards. Don't be surprised if there's some fight nights this year that we just cannot cover. Like, don't be surprised if, like, it's just not possible. Because, as we said, the game has changed on us. But we're constantly doing stuff every weekend. And there's just some big things coming up. I mean, we've got, obviously, Fury against Usyk. That's going to be absolutely massive. We've got Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. That should be coming up in April. That's going to be absolutely massive. We've got KSI in action again. That's going to be massive. Could be KSI Jake Paul at the end of the year. That's going to be massive. Jake Paul says his next fight looks like it's going to be Nate Diaz. So Jake Paul against Nate Diaz should be coming up later this year as well. So much coming up, man. Weekends are just absolutely stacked. So, yeah. Are we doing it next weekend? 100%. Definitely. Defo. The last KSI fight became your 6th most viewed stream. Yeah, it's mental. I think it really, I think what happens is with YouTube, I think what happens is if you've got, a lot of it is to do with community, right? Because if you've got a community that will join you, then your stream or video will get to a certain point. Now, it changes, obviously, per show, but there is seemingly a tipping point. I can't tell you what that number is, right? No one actually knows because, as I said, it changes show by show. It really depends on the amount of people streaming that show and all that kind of stuff. But basically, with that KSI one, I think what happened is, as we said, we've got a big community that I think is really engaged with that kind of content. So we did it, and I'm really grateful that we've got the community we've got because they joined us. And because I think we reached a certain level, it just meant that our exposure was a little bit maybe bigger than some other people that were doing watch-alongs at the same time. And I put that down to the community. I put that down to the initial, people that joined us, which then meant that, boom, it, took off from there. So, this is why with UFC, it can be a bit of a struggle for us because we don't do UFC all the time. So, we don't have that really strong, vibrant UFC community that joins us because there's other people that do watch-alongs for the UFC, do like UFC content all week long. And, I mean, listen, no shade at all. Like, fair play. That's how you do it. That's the secret to it, is you just put out this content all the time. And we don't do that, though, So that's, I think, why the KSI one did so well. So, yeah, it's, you just have to go with what your audience are telling you, don't you? You have to go where what the people want to watch, and the people clearly are engaged with that kind of influencer boxing. But as I said, I don't see tomorrow necessarily as that. I think that Tommy is a proper boxer, and I think that Jake genuinely wants to be a world champion. So I think that he is someone that is going to really give his all, and is going to continue to do that because I think that there's pride on stake for him. But I think that boxing is genuinely something that he's found that he loves as well. And I don't think anyone can say that he's not giving this 100%, because if he wasn't, he wouldn't be getting the results he's getting. I mean, he knocked out Tyron Woodley, which, is Woodley a boxer? No. But is knocking him out still an achievement? You stepped into a boxing ring with Tyron Woodley and you knocked him out. Like, is that an achievement? Of course it's an achievement. Of course it is. I don't care if he's not a boxer. Like, it still shows that Jake had to get to a certain level in boxing in order to do that. So it shows that he's putting in a certain amount of work to reach that level, right? Equally, he stepped in there with Anderson Silva. He stepped in there with Anderson Silva and did not lose. He did not get knocked out. He did not, lose the fight on decision or anything. He stepped in there and won by decision. I mean, just making it to the end of the fight should be applauded against Anderson Silva. So again, the fact that he was able to do that shows he is taking this seriously. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people like saying, oh, it's a disgrace. I don't know. I can't believe you're watching it. I can't believe blah, 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 blah. I just don't see that. No. I just really don't. I don't see him not taking this seriously. And he's putting the work in and he genuinely wants to be a boxer. I think what it comes down to is that people don't like Jake Paul. That's it, innit, really. That's it. And whatever they can use to bash him, they'll try and... I'm not interested in, doing that. I'm not interested in bashing him. I don't want to see him win. I don't want to see him become a world champion, to be honest, because I'm not engaged. He's not someone that interests me. I'm not engaged in his content. I'm not under any, Jake Paul spell or anything where I love him and I'm going to defend him and all this kind of stuff. I don't care. Right? I don't care about him at all. But I do appreciate him putting in the work in. And he's given some, if you think about it, Tommy, might have got somewhere in his career, but would he have got the recognition he's got because of this feud with Jake Paul? Probably not. Probably not. This is a massive stage for Tommy. Everyone's talking about it. Tommy is a household name. And, even if for just that reason, Jake has massively helped Tommy's career. Massively helped it. Certainly if Tommy wins as well. If Tommy wins, I mean, he's a made man, isn't he? In a lot of people's eyes, he will be the guy that finally beat Jake Paul. Right, we're going over. Had a bit of talking, 10 minutes of talking, and we are now getting the video package for our next fights. Rainbows and Unicorns, a.k.a. also known as Sam. Shout out to you. Malott versus Lainesse. Is it? Lainesse. Right, so Yohan Lainesse is making his way out. He's got big power. As we said, might only be a one-round guy, though. Does not have great cardio. Heavy-handed, sharp, accurate striking. Not known for his ground game. He just looks for knockouts. This is two very dangerous strikers going up against each other. Mike Malott, as we said, is a coach at Team Alpha Male. He's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's very good with his ground and pounds. He's got dangerous, quick striking, fast submissions. He's athletic. He's got better footwork. There are a few chin question marks around Mike Malott, but he should have enough here. I've got him winning here, but this should be a fun fight. They always try to put on a fun fight to start the cards, right? They want to start the show with a really fun fight, and then they want to end with obviously the big main event, and then whatever happens in the middle, happens in the middle. So this should be a fun fight. Two dangerous strikers going up against each other. So, yeah. Should be in your thoughts. Which way do you think this one will go? Have you got Lainesse Lainesse, or have you got Mike Malott? Rainbows and Unicorns, aka Sam, said Days Krylov Spann fight is cancelled. Is it? Was I chatting away and just missed it? Dort Knight, shout out to you, my friends. Days, do you think DC will interview Jones after the fight? Well, did you see the talk? Did you see the chatter about how Jones turned around and said, I want to see about this Krylov thing, because honestly, I'll talk to you guys about Jake Paul. Oh, it is? Oh, no. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? So it got cancelled. Should pay more attention, shouldn't I? Oh my God. Wow, so we've lost our main event. Wow. And so
this main event is off. Nikita Krylov has fallen ill. He came to the facility early.
Krylov has fallen ill.
Medical team and received fluids. Normally, the main event arrives now. However, he tried everything he could for the past 90 minutes. They have rendered him unable to compete. Ryan Spann has just been notified, and now Brendan Allen and Andre Muniz will step into that main event slot.
Oh, well, there we go. Unfortunately, tonight's UFC Vegas main event is off due to a medical issue with Nikita Krylov. Man, Ryan Spann is absolutely devastated. I bet he's absolutely devastated. Krylov is ill. To Donald's. 154 for 7. Cricket is all over bar the shouting, said Mark. Is that where they are? You're joking. Main event is gone. Main event is gone, baby. It is gone. Right, Mike Malott against Yohan Lainesse. Oh, that's gutting because we were just talking about how amazing that fight was going to be. And it means now that, I mean, we're just going to have a 4-fight main cards now. Oh, man, I bet Dana's praying that this don't end in a first-round finish. Imagine if these 4 fights all end first-round finish. What would we do? What would we do? I don't know what we would do. Right. All that talk about Jake Paul. No, yeah. This week's been a bit of a disaster, in all fairness, in regards to UFC. As we said, so dialed in, so focused on tomorrow that trying to do the research for tonight was really tricky, to be honest. I mean, we watch all the time, so I mean, we could do it without doing the research, but it wouldn't be as good. It wouldn't be as good. Trying to remember who people faced last time and like records and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't have the brain or memory for that. I have to do the research for that kind of stuff. General fighting styles I'm all right with, but like, here we go. We're about to get underway anyway. We'll get the disappointment out of our mouths of that main event being cancelled. Here we go. So we've got Lainesse and Mike Malott. Both inside. I really want first round finishes now, you know. I would. It would be so funny if this just bang is done. Coming forward, kick coming into the body by Mike Malott. Feels like it's been a hot minute since we had a fight. Circling around on the outside, Lainesse coming in as Mike Malott takes a step backwards. Kick coming into the body. High kick coming in there by Mike Malott as Lainesse just steps forwards. Again, backing up. Being a bit patient at the moment. Heavy kick coming in there by Mike Malott to the body. As Lainesse, as we said, continues to move forwards. He's got Mike Malott on the outside, stepping to the side, coming back into the middle. And he's backing up a little bit, circling round as Lainesse edges forwards. Yeah, doing a decent job at the moment. Being quite patient here, Mike Malott, but he is getting his kicks off. And he's managing to get his shots through. So at the moment, 3 significant strikes to 0, as we said. Sticking to his game plan. Not rushing anything. Getting the better of the stand game. Striking exchanges. We've got nearly a minute gone. Or 2 minutes gone, sorry. Edging forward. We've got Prime logo on the mat. Kick coming in by Mike Malott. 5 significant strikes to 1 at the moment for Mike. It's a very slow pace. Both guys in the center. Kick comes in there by Lainesse, but just misses as Mike Malott looks to move forwards. Lainesse coming in and they're keeping that distance. Nice switching of stance by Mike. Again, trying to throw in kick to the body. Lainesse just taking a few steps back. Side kick coming into the side of the body as well. Edging forward, following up with a straight left. Ooh, into an exchange. Here we go. Clinching up against the side of the cage. Mike has got this, manages to get him down. This is not where Lainesse wants to be at all. This is not where he wants to be at all. He's managed to get Lainesse down. So, right, this is good work so far by Malott. I am sorry to hear that. Did Hook beat Big Cass? No idea. New Zealand 40-0 after we got the follow-on, and that's the latest on the cricket at lunch, says James. Bit disappointing, isn't it? Thought that England would have got a wicket or so. Few wickets. To side of the heads by Mike Malott. Again, more shots coming in. We're still down on the ground. Oh, I'm pretty good about that main event, you know. I still can't get past it. That was like the big fight that I was looking forward to, and we were obviously building towards. Mike has managed to get Lainesse down, and he's keeping him down. Oh, head and arm. Head and arm. Looks tight. That looks tight. Yeah, look, he's really, Mike's trying to step over. Oh, he's tapped him. He's tapped him. First round submission. First round submission win for Mike Malott. Head and arm. Oh, Dana. Oh, Dana. Coming up next, we've got our -800 favorite, Tatiana Suarez, taking on Montana De La Rosa. First round, I can only imagine that they're going to just kill some time. That's all they can do. We'll do the interview. We'll do some video packages. Guys, if we blast through these remaining fights, we might have to sit here and suffer power slap. He might wheel out the table. He might challenge Bruce Buffer. Yeah, good result. Good result, but might win him. It's going to be a quick night. John said first round, like you said. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I didn't know if it would be first round, but these, as we said, are two dangerous strikers. And we know that Mike Malott is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. He's got a fantastic ground game. So not only are they dangerous on the feet, but if it went down to the ground, Mike Malott is very dangerous down there. You can just see paths to finishes all over the place in this fight. So listen, one of them found one in the first round. So yeah, it's tricky night this for Dana. 3 fights left to go, and we're only 20 minutes in. What a great card. Is Bailey going to be a ring girl, said Godfather's Ho. Sadly not. Could you imagine, though, Godfather's Ho, if she was with, like, the skimpy outfit? Bailey's never really wore skimpy outfits, has she? She's always wore, like, pretty long attire. Like, she's always wore either, like, tights, or she wears, like, combat sort of pants these days, doesn't she? Yeah. Have you seen Islam Volk pay-per-view? I get medication on Monday. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, Sonny. You sent it over on Twitter, didn't you? Oh, Mike Malott seems to be in tears. Perhaps he just heard that the main event's been cancelled. Seems quite emotional. Mike Malott is pretty gutted. Won with an arm triangle. Round 1, 4 minutes 15. So, yeah, there we go. Mike Malott, if you had him as winning in this one. Well done. I haven't looked at Tapology, actually. That's something that we can definitely do. Della Rosa. Right. Tatiana Suarez. Haven't seen her since 2019. I streamed it. Yeah, we streamed it. We did it. We were here for it. Big show, man. Big show. I wonder, do you think the Jones one is bigger? I feel like it is. It's difficult, isn't it? Because Volkanovski, Makhachev. I mean, you're talking about the 2 best pound-for-pound fighters going up against each other. I just don't know that they've got... I don't think they've got the name value that John Jones has got. I feel like next week should be bigger. I also think that it being heavyweight... I don't know if that matters in this day and age, but certainly, like, back in the day for the casuals, like, heavyweight fights were the ones that really got people. Everyone watching, like, heavyweight boxing, for example. Mike Malott said, you need to bring this to Toronto. I will sell that place out. Listen, you talk as much as you want, mate. Can we just feel sorry for a second for Jasmine, who won her fight and didn't get a chance to talk because we had to try and do 3 fights within an hour. And now we get to the main cards and like, listen, Mike, take as long as you want, mate. What's your dreams and your hopes? How do you think we get world peace, Mike? What do you think what should we do with the war in Ukraine, Mike? What do you think about that, Mike? Chat away, whatever you want to say, mate, honestly. Mike Malott, all first round finishes in his pro records. Days, WWE have said there are 2 Premier Live events in May, with Backlash in early May. Saturday, May 27th, King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Yes. 2 live events in May. Triple H are spoiling us. With these live events, you are spoiling us. Right. So far, then, we have got... And you know me, guys, I love to look out and see how Sonny is doing. We always look to see how Sonny is doing on the Tapology game. I don't want to put it up on screen because there has been a bit of lag recently. So I'm going to go through it here. We have got, right, in first place, we got Cal Hogan in first place. We got Other Mother in second place. We got AWS 88 in third. Temps 09 in fourth. Matthew Boosie in fifth. But I can't see. Just going down. Still going down. Still going. Can't see. Still going. Sunny. Still going. Still going. Still going. Still going. And, I mean, this isn't making a great stream, to be honest. It's not making a great stream. So, shout out to Cal. I mean, look, I wanted to give her a props, but shout out to Cal Hogan. What did you think about Conor versus Chandler? What did you think about Conor versus Chandler? I mean, I think Chandler wins. I think good fight for Conor. It's a good fight for Conor. I think it's decent matchmaking. I think that Chandler is going to want to get that win. Of course he is. He's a big name, but he's also the kind of person that can get dragged into dogfights. So if he starts exchanging with Conor, we could see them really exchange on the feet. And I think that's something that Conor is going to want to try and do, of course. I think that you could see Chandler using his wrestling and maybe going down that route, but I don't think that's what they want him to do. I think they very much want him to stand and strike and exchange with Conor. And honestly, as we said, he gets sucked into a dogfight. So I think that it's good matchmaking. I think it could be a really great fight, a really fun fight. But I do lean Chandler getting the win. That'll be a massive show. I mean, Conor is the king of bringing in eyeballs, and just even the press conference for that is going to be massive. We're just seeing a video package on Valentina Shevchenko. Alexa Grasso is going to be the one that steps up. Alexa Grasso against Valentina Shevchenko coming up. Retribution said, I wish the Paul Fury fight was tonight. Sunday night doesn't make sense, even for Saudi fans. Well, the only thing I would say is it's good that we can do tonight. I mean, the only thing... It's just a shame the main event's been cancelled, isn't it, tonight? I mean, obviously, if Jake Paul was tonight, we wouldn't be able to do this fight night. I mean, I really enjoy watching these. I really enjoy watching these shows with you guys. And so, for me personally, I'm pleased that we can still do this. And we're back tomorrow. But, I understand people wanting Sundays off. Great card next week. John Jones, Cyril Gahn. Then we got Valentina Shevchenko taking on Alexa Grasso. Jeff Neal, number 7 in the welterweight division, taking on number 10, Rakhimov. It's going to be great. Right, Tatiana Suarez, De La Rosa coming up next. Let's keep it sexy, said Miss Clown. Chandler leaves his fight IQ outside the octagon with his clothes and teammates, said FaZe. He can do, yeah, he really can do. And that could be a downfall for him, but I do think that Conor's inactivity is a bigger problem. I just think that this game is constantly evolving. Things are constantly being learnt, and you need to be really keeping up with those developments. And it's one thing to spar and train, but it's something completely different to go out there and actually have a fight. And don't forget, you know, we saw him against Poirier twice. He wasn't able to get the win in those fights. Obviously, we don't know what he could have done in the second one. And he certainly looked good in the first round of the first one. But he went on to lose it in the second round. He obviously did his ankle in the rematch. Like, Chandler's going to be hard, man. Chandler's going to be difficult because Chandler can strike, but he's also got his wrestling. So it's going to be really difficult. I do favor Chandler. I do agree, though. He needs to make sure that he brings his fight IQ with him. He needs to make sure that he's switched on. But if he's switched on, I think he should have too much. I just think the inactivity is going to be a big problem for Conor. It might just be a perception thing. It might not be reality, but it just feels like the game has moved on. It just feels like Conor is a couple of years out of date. But he might go in there, show he's been working on a load of stuff, and he might look absolutely awesome. So it's a difficult one, isn't it? Let's have a look and see. BitBlob, shout out to you. And I thought I just saw a super chat go through. Not showing. Am I seeing things now? Maybe I'm just seeing things. Dortnight said Retribution versus Wycliffe Jean is the new main event. It's such a shame they don't have a main event on standby. Imagine if like there was a main event they always had on standby, but they never actually announced who it was or what it was, because what's the point? Like, you might want that more than the actual fight, so they never announce it. But this time, this is where they'd be like, right, it's time for our stand-in, and this is who we've got. It's Ngannou against Stipe. It's Conor McGregor against Anderson Silva. That's our backup fight that we've got for you this evening. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Conor was acting drunk and sent death threats to Tom Aspinall. He seems lost, says FaZe. I didn't see that he had sent death threats to Tom Aspinall. I did see the video of him being drunk. I did see that. But I didn't see the death threats. But yeah, I mean, that's just, it's, I don't know. Is it just him letting loose one night, or is he lost? Don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Difficult. But we'll probably know a little closer to the time, obviously, as to where he is and what condition he's in and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure if you watch him train and look at his physique and everything, I'm sure he looks like a beast. But I've just got my concerns about when, you know, it's time to go. I don't know why you wouldn't have a backup for a main event, said Miss Clown Mom. Sonny said, I've got De La Rosa by decision. Oh, you've got the minus... Oh, you've got the plus 550 underdog. Yeah, here we go. Krylov tried to get ready for the main event, but was unable to. Food poisoning, maybe? So we've got a new main event, which is our co-main event. So this is going to be Andre Muniz taking on Brendan Allen, is now our new main event. Muniz with incredible jiu-jitsu. So yeah, they're just going to fill time with video packages, aren't they? Well, in all fairness, of all the weeks for this to happen, this is probably the 1 week that I'm all right with it happening, because, as I said, this weekend for me is about tomorrow, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. So I was just pleased that we got a chance to do this tonight. But so of all the weeks for this to happen, this is probably the 1 week that I'm like, all right. But yeah, I do agree. Like, it's a shame they haven't got like a backup fight. So Andre Muniz, Brendan Allen, main event, middleweight bout. On paper, Chandler wins, but unfortunately, his fight IQ is in the negatives, says Mega Monkey. Retribution said, can you ask Alexa Grasso to marry me? I have no way of doing that. I don't know her. Suarez, 66.1%. Highest top position percentage. Chael Sonnen in second place with 63%. Labinansky, 62.2%. Here she is then. So Tatiana Suarez, who is 9-0 apparently. 9-0. I had her as 8-0. 9-0. She's 5-0 in the UFC. Last fought in June of 2019. We haven't seen her since due to knee injuries. She looks for takedowns. She is very much a goat for women's wrestling in MMA. She's a fantastic wrestler. There's a few question marks over her conditioning. She's got wins over the likes of Carla Esparza, Grasso. We were just talking about Grasso. Well, Tatiana Suarez has got a win over her. Nina Nunes as well. She will drop down in weight after this. She's gone into flyweight because I think, like, just naturally it's going to be easier for her to go into this division. So she's gone into this division, but she will move down in weight after this fight, apparently. She is taking on Montana De La Rosa, who is a grappler. She is improving. She's got good wrestling, but it's nowhere near as good as Tatiana Suarez. She has got good top control, good ground and pound. She's a very active fighter. She looks for control time. She's got decent jiu-jitsu. She's very durable. Little inconsistent with her results. She is likely to be dominated by Tatiana Suarez. And then, honestly, we'll have to kind of see where we go from there. I mean, Suarez has got the ability to find finishes. But De La Rosa did say that Suarez is a little one-dimensional. Shots fired. So, yeah, I'm interested in this fight. It's going to be really fun. Great to see Tatiana Suarez back. TD, shout out to you, my friends. Why do you think the main event got cancelled? I think it said something about the women's fight not being as good as the men's, said TD. I think it was that, mate. Yeah, I think they said that the women's fight's not very good, and as a result, they're going to cancel the main event, even though they're not women. No, it is food poisoning, apparently. Food poisoning. Probably a woman that cooked the meal. Yeah, food poisoning. I think that's what Megan Levy just indicated anyway. But yeah, it's got him. It's a real shame. That fight looked like it was going to be a real banger. Come to the walkout, and then it goes to the ads. BT are losing the plot. They do tend to do that, though. I mean, what I would say is I don't mind them doing it, because the alternative is that we have to pay. What I do agree. Why don't they just cut some of the waffle in between the fights and just show us the ring walks? Like, there's definitely different times that we could be going to commercial break, but it just seems like they go just before the fight. I'm guessing it's because if you watch the video package and you get okay, next fight, here we go, and then they start to come out and then you go to commercial break, there's probably a really good chance that you're going to keep that audience and they're going to come back after the commercial break. Because if they've just sat through the builds and the hype, it's probably a really good chance you're going to keep them after the commercial break. I suppose if you cut it, if you go to commercial break just during a random video package that we tend to watch, people might not come back. They might click the channel. What else is on? So that's got to be the reason. It's got to be the reason. How convenient. It was a female that cooked the meal. I know it. At least he's still alive, though, said John. Yeah. Unbreakable titanium shin bone, said Sticky Buds. Haven't seen that guy in a while. I think he still does them. The animations. Funny they are. I can't remember his name, but yeah, excellent. Excellent. I've seen I used to watch, like, they used to get recommended to me because I'd watched a few, and so then obviously got recommended more. And I don't know why I don't get recommended anymore. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm sure he still does them. But I always think of that when I think of that. Tatiana Suarez then coming in with a 2-inch reach advantage. She is plus 550 underdog. Tatiana Suarez at minus 750. You would have to be an absolute idiot to think that De La Rosa stands any chance of getting anything out of this fight. Sonny, who have you gone for? Who did you pick, Sonny? Let us know in the chat, buds. Retribution says, OMG, De La Rosa is so hot, but I bet on Suarez to win my parlay, and now I'm conflicted. Ah, it's difficult, innit? Do you want to win money? Or do you want the hot girl to succeed? That is constantly one of life's big struggles, isn't it? Money, baby. Always money. The only amendments you can make are to Tapology predictions. I'm looking forward to Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Sonny said De La Rosa by decision. Good luck, Sonny. Right, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Okay, Tatiana Suarez in blue. De La Rosa in black. And it is a long time for Suarez to be away. Kick coming in. Into clinch at the moment, being driven into the center. Knee strike coming in there by Suarez. Some shots coming into the body there by De La Rosa. Suarez driving De La Rosa back against the cage. So Suarez doing well. Looking for a single leg at the moment here, Suarez. She's trying to destabilize the base. Oh, we've got a boob. We've got a boob that looks like it's really close to saying hello. That boob, I tell you, honestly, Retribution almost exploded. Retribution almost exploded. De La Rosa's boob was absolutely on the brink of popping out and saying hello there. Right, we're down on the ground. Suarez on top of De La Rosa. So De La Rosa down on the ground. She's got Suarez in full guards. And De La Rosa down on her back. So Suarez in control. Not a big cards. Not a big cards. OMG, said John. Rock said, we've got a boob. It wasn't quite, I mean, if you're a fan of the boob itself, then I think that you got your money's worth tonight. If you are someone that more favors the nippleage, then it's a dark day. It's a dark day. Dear diary, we were so close. Do you know what? Fair play to Dana. We might have lost the main event, but it's like, here you go. Enjoy this, boys. Down goes De La Rosa. Suarez on top. Right now, she's managed to get around the back. Suarez in a good position. She's managed to get around the back of De La Rosa. She's managed to grab the leg. She's managed to grab the head as well. No, she couldn't. She couldn't keep a hold of it. De La Rosa goes down to her knees. Suarez still round the side. Knee strike coming into the side of the head there by Suarez. Got 1 minute 50 left in this. Elbow coming in by De La Rosa. De La Rosa is struggling. Elbows coming in. Suarez just trying to shut that down. Getting elbowed into the side of the head a few times. Body shot coming in there by Suarez. Days, let me see your boobs. Listen, mate. If we was to do that, the amount of people that would come into this stream would be unmanageable. It would be unmanageable, right? I just don't want to be that big, to be honest. I don't want to get that famous. In fact, I don't want to be famous at all. I just want to sit here and watch fights for you guys. If I get my boobs out, we are breaking the internet. It's as simple as that. You think Kim Kardashian broke the internet? He ain't nothing on these boobs. She ain't got nothing on these. Knee strike coming in there by Suarez. TD said, we almost got a full testicle sighting. Very close. Very, very close. I tell you what, oh my God, it's close again. She's having to adjust. She's had to adjust. She adjusted this side. It's this side that's like, oh, she's managed to grab her around the legs. God, I tell you what, I mean, like, we should be looking. We really should be looking at, the technical work that's going on. Instead, she's just constantly getting her right up against the cage, and those chesticles. We have come so close. Wes said, I'll show my boobs. Okay, look, guys, no one show your boobs, please. No one show your boobs. Days feeling terrible in my body. Thank you for not making it boring. I'm the only one in my house. Everyone else has left. You're doing brilliant with the stream. Felix, shout out to you, buds. Shout out to you. Listen, mate, if you're the only one in the house, you want to be getting this UFC on? Few things going down here, mate. You might want to keep an eye on. There's a situation happening here. I think we're all waiting. I think we're all excited for round two. Round two. Do you know what? There might not be a main event. This is the people's main event right here. This is the people's main event. Rick Boobs. What time is Muniz? I don't know, to be honest, because it's now our main event, so they're going to try and delay it for as long as possible, aren't they? Kick coming in. Shot coming in, but we've only actually got 2 fights after this. Okay, so De La Rosa's had enough here. Suarez in the center. Kick coming in there by De La Rosa. She's been grabbed. She's getting driven back. She's trying to avoid being driven back against the cage. In her head, she knows that that's where it's most likely that her boobs are going to come out. So she is desperately, like, we are circling round here. She is desperately trying to avoid it. Suarez taking the first round. Takedown by Suarez. Yeah. De La Rosa is trying to wrap her legs around the heads of Suarez. Side control by Suarez. So Suarez in control here. De La Rosa on her back. Suarez trying to grab a hold of the arm. Suarez very much in control here. She's got the side of the body exposed. Round boob, said Just Nick. This is what the people want, said Kieran. The winner of the match are the boobs. Right, De La Rosa spinning rounds. Got a front face lock applied, guillotine on. She's managed to get up to her feet here. She's doing so well. She managed to get around the back. That was excellent work by Suarez. She just circled round. She's managed to get around the back. She's grabbed a hold of the head, but De La Rosa trying to get back up to her feet. There's a real scramble as they go against the side of the cage. De La Rosa has got Suarez pinned up against the cage. Suarez out to the middle. Oh, lovely guillotine. That is a lovely guillotine. That looks tight as well. That looks tight. It's properly on. Her legs are wrapped around. Yeah, head's in red as well. De La Rosa hasn't tapped. She's desperately trying to fight out of this. But that does look tight. Shot coming into side of the head. Ah, look, she's got the weight on as well. Tatiana Suarez wins. Tatiana Suarez picks up the victory. She looked good. Running, well, circling round. Yeah, that's a good win. That's a good win. Gutting for the fans out there that were so desperate his boobs come flying out, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. Suarez wins. Great work from Suarez, said Retribution. Second round submission. Had her arm in the choke as well, said Miss Vicky May. She did. She did. For leverage, lock that in. Lock that in. I mean, it was deep, weren't it? It was deep. That old lady that you mentioned earlier is a doctor, says Retribution. No, I think there's a few old ladies, you know, mate. There's one in a ref shirt on the outside that's got white hair. Have you seen her? Looks like she might have brought a knitting with her. So we've got boomers everywhere. It's boomer o'clock. I thought it would go the whole way, said Fortnite. Miss Vicky May said, I'm wrong again. Oh. De La Rosa wins our hearts, says Daniel. She does. She does. Wins our hearts. Wins our respects. She wins Fighter of the Night. Please respect my crush, De La Rosa. Stop objectifying her with your dirty mind. I've got feelings for her. I must admit, it's not a path that we go down, in all fairness. The path that we have gone down this evening is not a path we tend to go down. But when are you ever that close to the boobs coming out? When are you ever that close? Plus also, in all fairness, because tonight we've lost the main event, right? We've lost the main event. Obviously, we've got the big Jake Paul fight tomorrow anyway. Kind of feels like tonight's it's like a weird night tonight for me. Like, tonight is a bit like even more chilled than normal. Just imagine we'll have a big interview with her now. Tatiana, can you tell us what you've done every day for the past 4 years? 4 years you've been away. Wow. Can you give us a breakdown day by day what that process was like? Because we've got time to kill here. Only Wayne Rooney gets excited about seeing old women, said James. Kirk said, was it submission? It was. Miss Vicky May said, I love that move when they get the arm around the neck and jump to the floor. We get to see boobs in the next fight. She's crying. I grew up in a single parent home. I belong here, says Tatiana Suarez. Ah. Yeah, I mean, she did really well at this higher weight class. We'd have to say that. She's looking to step down. Welcome back, Tatiana Suarez. All that Brazilian jiu-jitsu that Suarez has been practicing is definitely paying off. It's beautiful guillotine. Beautiful. Vandera says, that guillotine. I'm so sorry that I'm talking for so long. She literally just said that. It's like, no, it's fine, honestly. I don't know if you've heard, we've lost the main event. He didn't say that. He should have said that. Who else do you want to thank, mate? Anyone else? I just imagine in the corner, Dana White's like, keep it going. Keep it going. What's the message that you want to give to the rest of the ladies? Coming for your boobs. I will be the world champion. It's one of the longest in octagon interviews for a non-main event I've ever seen. Card's not that big tonight, said Tony. No. Michael said, we've done lost our minds. Lost our minds. Are you doing a watch long for United Newcastle? Sadly not. My focus tomorrow is Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. So that's what I'm focused on. We are starting an hour early, so I don't actually know if we'll be able to pick up the end of it or not. But my focus tomorrow is on that. Dortnight said, single parent homes better than living with two parents that hate each other. Tabib is back to Tatiana. It showed on the corner of the screen. Oh, look at this. Aljamain Sterling's there. Marab's there. Yohan against... Oh, Fight Night coming up. When's that? 2 weeks' time. Oh, my God. That looks really good. Yohan in the main event of Fight Night. Yohan in the main event of a Fight Night. Alexander Volkov against Romanov is the co-main for that. That's actually really... That looks good. Heavyweights. Days would ask, what did you do 10 years ago last Tuesday? Yeah. No, I'd be like, when you had her up against the cage, could you sense that her boob was about to come out? Did that go into your mind at all? Because from a fighting perspective, right? From a fighting perspective, I would imagine that is a big distraction. And I would imagine that is going to throw her, even if it's just momentarily, off a game plan. No one wants their boobs flapping around in the breeze. No one wants that. So you're going to have to think, like, in your mind, you're like, oh my God, everyone is seeing my boob right now. That has got to go through her head. It's got to. It's a natural reaction. Oh my God, my boob is out. Right? So you're then going to have to try and not only fight this fight, but you're going to have to try and get that boob back in, aren't you? So even from a fighting perspective, did you consider popping it out? That would be my question. Did you sense that it was on the verge? Did you consider popping it out? Because from a fighting perspective, that I can see there being an argument that there is a real advantage to popping it out, because then you are massively distracting your opponent. Listen, this works. There might be some ladies watching. Shout out to you if you are. It works the other way. If there's two guys fighting, yeah, and you've got the opportunity to pop out the other guy's testicle, that's going to be a big distraction. I'm sorry, it is. If you've got the opportunity to just pop a testicle out, yeah, if it presents itself, I don't know how it presents itself, but it presents itself and you've got the option of just popping the testicle out, then that is going to be a problem. That guy is going to be like, oh my God, my testicle is swinging in the breeze. The whole world can see it. I need to get this tucked away. And that is going to distract them. That is going to throw them off the game plan. You can use that as an advantage. Just saying. Yeah. Just saying. So that's the question I'd be asking. And I would do it with a straight face. And I would do it as a journalist, as the professional journalist that I am. There's not enough brave questions that get asked, to be honest. We need braver journalists. We need people to really step up in these moments. From that whole encounter, that's all Dave's got from it. That's it. I don't even remember the fight. People will be like, how did Suarez look? I'll be like, it's a boobs. I'm not sure. I don't know. How did it end? I can't remember, I don't know. I don't even know if I saw the fight. Did I even watch the fight? I don't know. I just remember boobs. Another video package here for John Jones. Made his debut in 2008. Depends on how Andrade or you're talking about, said Yahoga. Miss Vicky May said, oh, is he any testy? All right, calm down. Listen, it's not about you. I ain't sitting here. I'm not sitting here launching a campaign to see testes, am I? Right? And trust me, I did not expect to say that on the stream at any point. In fact, I would go as far as to say I have never said that on any stream. Right? And we've done a lot of streams. Right? I would go as far as to say the first time that sentence has ever been said. But you're making it out like I'm trying to start a campaign. I'm just saying it's distracting, that's all. That's what I was saying. Ronda versus Tegan this Friday, says Adam. Absolutely. Days mentions testicles, and William arrives. Listen, he's already got his out. I think we all know this. He has already got his out. In my mind, he has literally just come running in with everything, his whole junk just swinging in the breeze. And he's like, I'm ready. I'm here. What do you need? What do you need? Right testicle, left testicle. Maybe something a little bit more than that, mother. I don't know. You're not... I think you'll find I am a very professional journalist. I understand what you're into. You like watching wrestling. There's a place for that on the internet. I'm saying. What, wrestling? I think you meant wrestling porn. to figure out what wrestling corn was. That was wrestling corn? Wrestling corn. Right, anyway, guys, get your minds out the gutters, yeah? No more talk of testicles, please. No more talk of testicles. We're moving on from that. I'll tell you who I blame. I blame Miss Vicky May. That's who I blame. Miss Vicky May. It's your fault that this testicle conversation even started. Right, Augusto Sakai taking on Dante Mays. Sakai has got fast hands. Doesn't have big power, but he's got good volume. He's young for a heavyweight. He has got a few cardio concerns. He's 4-4 in the UFC, and he's on a 4-fight losing streak. All against high-level opponents, though. This is a big step down in competition. He's taken on Dante Mays, 2-2 in the UFC. He is a striker. He's lost both of his UFC fights that he has lost by submission. He's tall, he's long, he's got deep boxing. Very much known for his boxing. Doesn't fight off the back foot very well. He's got heavy ground and pounds. He's got long, rangy kicks from the outside. So, should be interesting, this one. I've got Augusto Sakai. I just desperately want it to be a first round finish. Desperately want a first round finish. And I just want to see Dana White sobbing in the corner. That's what I want to see. Dana White sobbing in the corner after this is a first round finish. Just turn into people going, shall I get my testicles out? Oh my God. Shall I do that? Is that what you think we need to do? Because we have got to fill some time here. How about if I get my testicles out and you power slap? That's what Uncle Dana thinks. Not me. Uncle Dana. Days, wait till there's a wardrobe malfunction in the Yudong fights. I mean, that's absolutely horrific. I do not need to see your dong suffering a wardrobe malfunction. This is literally a Tuivasa Lewis alternative universe, says Mega Monkey. Yeah. It's a nice way of putting it. We are at commercial break. We are 1 hour, 10 minutes into this main card. 1 hour, 10 minutes. And we are at our co-main event. We are at our co-main event. I would laugh so hard if we get a first round finish. Yowie, wowie, that's not PG. Ledge Killer, shout out to you. I think we can all you are picturing it though, aren't you? You are picturing it. At least tell me that you're picturing it. Dana White getting the old Conor McGregor's out and getting someone to slap them around, and that's our new main event. Make sure you picture it. Definitely picture it. What you'll do now is you'll be like, no, I'm not going to do that. And you'll be trying to think of other things. But your brain will betray you, and you will picture a naked Dana White being power slapped in the testicle. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Embrace it. Move on. That's what I say. Days, I need Muniz to win to get £69 on my parlay, and I put down £10. Well, I wish you all the best. I think he has got a good chance. PG went out the door. Yeah, I mean, literally the second arrived, PG went out the door. Right, both fighters are inside the octagon. About to get underway with this. Augusto Sakai, 31 years old. Dante Mays, 31 years old. Both of these in the heavyweight division. Augusto Sakai is minus 135 favorite. Don'Tale Mayes is plus 115. Don'Tale Mayes is the second tallest active heavyweight. 6'6". 9'4". 1 no contest. 261 half pounds. Big, imposing. Here's Augusto Sakai. Sakai, round 1. TKO guaranteed, said TMC Live. To be honest, I would get everybody pregnant, says William. Here we go. I believe that. Very fertile young man, aren't you? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, the ring girl. The ring girl was like, ooh, like this, pop, pop. You know, when they do a little bit of pop, pop. Yeah, oh, look at me. Pop, pop, pop. And then she went to sit down. She slipped. Oh, God, I nearly fell off the chair. Yeah, well. She'd been paying more attention. You was too busy doing the old bop, bop. Kick coming into front legs there by Don'Tale Mayes as Sakai edges forwards. I mean, the thing with the heavyweights is they can be slow and plodding and boring, but they can also throw big, heavy shots. Obviously, they've got a lot of weight they can put behind those shots. And so it can result in some finishes, quick finishes. We got Sakai driving Don'Tale Mayes up against the side of the cage. So we are up against the side of the cage at the moment, reversing the position there by Don'Tale Mayes. So Don'Tale Mayes in control at the moment. Sakai up against the side of the fence. Knee strike coming in there by Sakai. Some shots coming into side of the body by Don'Tale Mayes. Big knee strike coming in there by Don'Tale Mayes. Mayes backs away. Sakai in the center. Couple of shots coming in. There's a right hand coming in there by Mayes. Kick to the body as well. Lovely shot to the side of the head there. Straight left coming in by Mayes looking for a takedown. Great takedown defense. That was really good by Sakai. Really good takedown defense. Knee strike coming in by Don'Tale Mayes. And again, driving Sakai back against the side of the cage. Yeah, very good. Very good. William said, my seed is luxurious and plentiful. Nice way of wording it. He's grabbed a hold of Don'Tale Mayes' head. He's got a bit of a guillotine, but... Oh, he's got big knees! Big knees from Sakai! He's managed to trap the head. Bang! Bang! We saw what Jordan Levitt could do. Yeah, this ain't going to be great. Look, Don'Tale Mayes is having to try and block these shots. These knees are coming in. And they are heavy. So he's covered up the side of his head. Just to take a bit of sting out of these knees. I mean, they are having an effect. There's no two ways about it. Don'Tale Mayes has reversed the position, though. Got Sakai up against the fence. Yeah, again, look, we're right back to those knees. Throwing in these big knee strikes by Sakai. So, trying to get a hold of the leg. And another knee coming again. Oh, another big knees. Good work that by Sakai. Couldn't find the finish, though. Mayes weathers it. Knee strike coming back by Don'Tale. Make him humble, said Wes. He was, man. Bang, bang, bang. He was. It was proper raining him in. But Dontel has weathered that storm. Against the side of the cage, both guys are on their feet. The knee strike opportunity is not quite there at the moment. Oh, down goes Dontel Mays. I don't know if he slipped. Sakai has managed to get round Dontel Mays. That could be costly. Oh, look, he's managed to get round the back. And he's managed to get him down. He's still got the back. Shot coming into the side of the heads. Yeah, I couldn't see. I heard there was a bang, so I don't know if he got caught. Knees to the noggin. No bueno. I was all ready for UFC. I fell asleep and awakened to testicle talk. Over against the side of the cage goes Dontel Mays. Are you going to watch Tough? I don't know. I mean, I will watch it, but will I stream it? I don't know, to be honest. Don't know. I actually don't know if it's going to collide with anything else, but the fact that it's Connor obviously makes that very interesting. Certainly want to watch it, but streaming it? Don't know. It is going to be big, though. There's no two ways about it. That is the end of the first round, and you can see 23 significant strikes to 12. Control time was with Sakai. It's a Sakai round. Finally got the right for the first time. No more butchering it. What have I missed? Said Mr. Pineapple. Well, it's been a pretty fun night, actually. Been pretty fun. I've had some good fun with this cards, even though we've lost our main events. So, Krylov against Spann. It's done, mate. Food poisoning. It's done. I tell you what, if you was the chef at the performance center, you'd be a bit nervous right now, wouldn't you? You'd be like, I definitely cooked all the food right. It definitely wasn't me. I wonder what he had. Do you reckon he had like some dodgy seafood or something earlier today or last night for dinner? I don't know. Kicks coming in. Dontel Mays getting caught. Big body shots there. Sakai driving him back against the side of the cage. Good work there by Sakai. Unloading on Dontel Mays. He's managed to get overhooks. But Dontel Mays reverses the position right now. Sakai is minus 950. Dontel Mays is plus 500, 600, some ballpark. Sakai protesting something there. Dontel Mays trying to get an overhand right through. Low kick coming in there by Sakai. Mays backing up a little bit as Sakai moves forwards. Some big shots coming in. Oh, man, look at that overhand. Massive overhand right. Beautiful work by Sakai. Tagged Mays. Mays got stunned. He's back against the cage. Sakai didn't capitalize on it, though. It was a beautiful overhand. He did. He had some really good momentum, and he should have capitalized on it. But he didn't. Right now, he's still got Dontel Mays up against the side of the cage. Knee strike coming in. There was something in the prime. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. Imagine if it came out that he had been drinking prime. He could properly, like... In all fairness, the kids aren't going to stop buying prime, are they? But imagine if he did come out. And he was like, honestly, I don't remember having anything other than prime. Don't remember having anything other than prime. I had some prime earlier. Thought it tasted a bit weird. And Wait, yeah, fight's off. Ah. You hated Logan Paul. You hated Logan. And you hated the Paul brothers. Be interested. I wonder what impact that would have. You'd have to somehow prove that you had Prime. Do you know what I mean? A picture of you with the bottle. Up against the side of the cage. At the moment, it's a bit slow now. We're just in a clinch, and Don'Tale Mayes is in control. So, Don'Tale Mayes, they're just saying he keeps grabbing the cage. Can't go doing that. Big shots by Don'Tale Mayes. Big body shots coming in. Another knee strike coming in there. It's getting driven back. Shot coming in by Mayes. They look a bit gassed, don't they? Like, cardio-wise, like, it looks like there's a few... Looks like the arms are quite heavy. Sakai's like, almost passing out on Don'Tale Mayes. Knee strike coming in. Sakai is in control. 1 minute 20. Another shot coming in. Side of the head by Sakai. This is our co-main event. At least Dana is getting some rounds of it. Shot coming in there by Sakai. Don'Tale Mayes up against the side of the cage. It's dull, man. This is a dull fight. Sakai just throwing in a few kicks. Another kick coming in. Knee strike's got 30 odds to go. Kyle said, do you see Jake going to WWE and becoming the next the next great Carly? Don't think so. I could see him going into WWE and doing something with his brother, like trying to become tag champs. And sadly, I could see them being made tag champs. So actually, I could see that happening. Is about 3 seconds left this round still. If he keeps grabbing the cage, he could get taken out like that, says Kian. These guys are bigger than the cage. Right, that was the end of round number 2. We're going to go to round number 3. That's how it... Yeah, not brilliant. Hopefully the main event, the new main event, is going to entertain. I think it should be all right, but I don't know. I don't know that I've got high hopes for it to be like a great fight. I did for the main event. Krylov Spann. that was a good fight. UFC paid these guys to stall and go 3 rounds. Watch it going to go to a decision. Both men will win and get show money. Maybe. UFC definitely needs to try and get some of these fights going a little longer. Jones and Garn next weekend. We are here for that. We're going to start nice and early for that. We'll do all the prelims, early prelims. Might even start a little bit before that as well. Right, here's Sakai coming out. Bit of energy. He drives Don'Tale Mayes back against the fence. Up against the cage. Big knee strike coming in there by Sakai. Sakai grabbing a hold of Don'Tale Mayes. And again, driving him up against the sides of the cage. Knee strike coming in there by Sakai. Dana and Vince are best pals, said Brad. They run the companies the same. Right, still keeping him pinned up against the side of the cage. Let's go Maze, said Sonny. He's struggling here, mate. 41 significant strikes to 16 for Sakai. And again, Sakai going over. Both in the center. Let's see if someone can do something. Kick coming in there by Dontel Maze. We've spent a lot of time clinched up against the side of the cage, and we're right back there again. Right back there again. Oh, my God. Control time, 6 minutes 42 for Sakai, 2 minutes for Dontel Maze. That means that of the 12 minutes we've had, 9 minutes has been in clinch work up against the side of the cage. Swinging away there, Dontel Maze. Dave Cheese Meltzer has confirmed that Logan will go over at Mania. Oh, you gotta love it, in you? Gotta love it. Nah, I mean, they just can't. They just can't. Command Sky said, Ledge Killer had an energy drink in the break, not best pals. Knee strike coming in again here by Sakai. Guess where we are? Back up against the side of the cage. Big knee strikes coming in. So clinch strikes, 69 for Sakai, 43 for Dontel Maze. The Maze has gone down now, though. There's been a bit of progress here. Yeah, he is starting to show signs of being absolutely exhausted. He's down on his knees. Sakai is working away. Shots coming into the side of the head. Sakai is all over Dontel Maze. He's looking over at the ref. The ref... What's the issue? Knee strike coming in. Sakai was like looking at the referee, then looking up at the referee as if something was a problem, something was wrong. I couldn't see what that was. Strike again coming in. On his feet. Shot to the midsection by Dontel Maze. We got just over a minute to go. Did they say if the main is going to be 5 rounds? I haven't heard anything. I don't think it'll be 5. I mean, that is planned to be a 3, so I don't think they're going to now turn it into 5 because these guys are not going to have trained or be prepared for a 5. Knee strike again. Are you gonna get into Ring of Honor? It looks good from what I'm hearing of tapings, says Kieran. Probably not, buds. Probably not. I mean, it's one of those that we might just keep an eye on, in the sense of keep an eye on results, see what the buzz is like. But to be honest, if it's going on Ring of Honor Club, it could be one of the best promotions in the world, but I just don't think it's going to get much buzz. I don't think it's gonna really struggle unless it gets on TV. Certainly not going to be picking up any casual viewers, is it? So it's one of those where I might keep an eye on what's happening there. I suppose in a way very similar to what I did with the original Ring of Honor. You know, I wasn't watching that, but I would still keep an eye out to see who the champions were and what some of the feuds were at the time, and like, you know, who's making some moves. And I know about, obviously, Nigel McGuinness. He came to WWE, or before he went to Impact. Googled it. I'm going to reward myself. Sleeted here. Yeah, we're meant to be really cold here in the UK as well tonight. Meant to be pretty bad tonight here, but I don't know if it is. Seemed all right earlier. Right, we are done with that last fight, and honestly, I did lose the will to live. I'm not going to lie. I struggled with that last one. There was so much clinching up against the side of the fence. There was very little to nothing to get excited about in that one. It is what it is. We move on. Time for our main event evening. Obviously, we do need the decision here, though, in this fight first, but it's going to be Sakai. Amazing feet of snow in the mountains, and snow in Vegas is crazy. Roland said, I've got 3 testicles. Do you need one? Honestly, I'm covered, mate. Covered. I'm all right. Thank you, though. $30-27 by unanimous decision. Augusto Sakai wins every single round by all 3 judges. Winner by unanimous decision. Yep, let's get the interview. Here we go. Days, apparently the weird promo that MJF did about the girl at high school was about Liv Morgan, says Kyle the Smile. Weird. Is that true? Strange. I watched it back, actually, after we had spoken about the promo. And it's so weird that I really feel that some of the promos in wrestling at the moment are very, very strange. Like this one, I mean, we might as well just chat about it, but like I watched it back, it just felt so. It felt a bit like Lacey Evans. You know, like how Lacey Evans, when she was doing her promo, she was like, right, here goes. My mom and my dad were, you know, arguing all, and she would just go into this real, like, came out of nowhere, and we went from 0 to 100, and it was like, apart from the right here goes, which is a bit of a warning to us that something big's about to come, out came all of this horrific, heartbreaking stuff, right? I rewatched the MJF promo, and I realized he did the exact same thing. Like, he walked out, like, said things, and then, boom, just went into this story about how, like, he's been let down by this girl, he wanted to marry her and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, it just doesn't feel like some of the setup is quite right with some of these promos. Like, certainly the Lacey Evans one, horrific presentation. Horrific. I mean, honestly, some of the absolute worst that I have ever seen. Like, how you could even do that and think that it would be and it would work. Think it would work. Think that it would be a good idea. I mean, that is the kind of thing that you would want to sit down and you'd want to have someone ask questions. And do you know what I mean? Have Michael Cole ask her a question, have her be a bit like, don't really want to talk about it, but like, okay. And like have her like bring it out that way. Not have her standing in the background and go, right, here goes. And then going into it. So the presentation, that was awful. Awful. I really feel sorry for her on that as well, because I think there's every chance that all that stories, I think they're all true. I don't think that's something they're making up. I think all of the stuff she said is true, and it was awful. But I feel really sorry for her. And then with MJF, I think it was very similar. I think that was like, deal with this. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't like bad per se. It was just a bit weird. Like this, I don't know if they had the segment cut maybe or something. Maybe some of the setup was missing. Get to Revolution, just get that match done. Because this feud's, you know, there's been some good matches in the build, but let's just get this match done. Need to just get there. Hour-long match. I don't think that we've really dwelled enough on the fact that it's an hour-long Iron match. Do you know what I mean? I think that we've spent weeks with MJF trying to make sure that Brian Danielson doesn't get there, and doesn't even get the match. I don't think that we could have been doing promos and talking about classic Iron Man matches and, really exploring like the conditioning and the cardio and really we could have done some stuff. Could have done some interesting stuff. But the story hasn't been there, has it? Time for the main event. Time for the main events. Defcon said, MJF is all talk, no wrestling skill. He wrestles less than Brock Lesnar. Main event time. Yes. What happened to the main event? It's disappeared. It did one. Apparently, Love got injured, like food poisoning. That's the word on the street. So, Alaska has got more beaches than Florida, said Mr. Unfamiliar. When is Jake Paul, Tommy Fury? Tomorrow, and we're doing the watch along for it. It's going to be big. It's going to be sick. I'm super excited. We've had that stream set up all week. You can click on the notify me if you want to join us for that. We are going to have so much to talk about. The notes that I've got for UFC are a couple of pages. The notes that I've got for that fight are like triple. I've got so many notes for tomorrow's fight. Gone back and watched old fights and looked at that progression, and we're ready. We are definitely ready tomorrow. But I watched every stream for the past year, said Kyle the Smile. I rarely get to comment. Well, welcome. Well, not welcome because you've been here for a year anyway. Welcome to the chat. I rarely get a chance to comment whilst watching, says Kyle the Smile. Kyle the Smile. I love hearing from people that don't normally sit in the chat and join us because I think there's a lot of people that do that, you know. If you look at the numbers of the people that join the streams and watch the streams, there's no way that even 50% of those people are in the chat. So I think there's a lot of people that just sit and watch and lurk in the background. I see you. But yeah, no, awesome. Shout out to you. Appreciate it, Cole. See, it's all right, isn't it? When you drop in a comment when you can. It's pretty chilled. But Jake and Tommy tomorrow, methinks. Yes. Right, they're just talking about John Jones. So, obviously, just building up next week. We've had 1 hour, 40 minutes of the main card so far. And we have one fight left to go. It's going to be Andre. I keep saying Andrew. Don't know why I keep saying Andrew. Andre Muniz taking on Brendan Allen. So, coming up. John Jones next week. Yeah, Cyril Gane is a true heavyweight, and he's a great heavyweight as well. I wouldn't want to comment on Daisy's chat, as he never usually reads them. It's true. I just really dislike a lot of you. So, I don't really want to read them. I don't really want to read them, because then people are like, with their opinions and things, do you know what I mean? I don't even read most of my super chats. Bottom line is, I'm a disgrace. That's what it comes down to. Didn't know you did UFC. I've watched a few WWE streams, said GC. GC, shout out to you. Yeah, we've been doing UFC for most weekends for 3 years, something like that. We do it a lot. And we are here not only tonight, but we are here next week for a massive UFC show. Who will win the fight? Ken Shamrock in his prime or Brock Lesnar in his prime, said Inside Out and Again. It's interesting. I think it would be Brock, but I think his size would be too much. I mean, like, the fact that he was able to get past Frank Mir, I think, is a very good indicator that he can. Because people will say that, Shamrock would be able to, like, get the fight down and, like, Brock down on the ground, all that kind of stuff. But we know that Frank Mir, that was Frank Mir. I mean, Frank Mir beat Brock the first time they fought, and managed to get a victory against Brock. And then fought in the rematch, and Brock Lesnar picked up the win. Now, it's maybe not Frank Mir in his prime. So it's maybe not the best of Frank Mir that we saw. But still, using that as a bit of a barometer, I think that I could go into some confidence with... If we're saying Brock in his prime, Brock at his best, I think he might just have too much. It's one of those, isn't it? I could totally understand why people would go the other way. Because Shamrock undoubtedly had the better skills. The better skill set was with Shamrock. But just the freakish power and size is with Brock. It's going to be a hard man to put into the position I want to put him into. Kyle said, I listen in a cave where the signal's pants. I have to watch in 2040p. Days looks like a cartoon. In 240p. The dizzy heights of 240p. Don't even know what 240p. I should imagine that's 1 pixel, isn't it? Isn't that just like a single pixel? Hey, do you know what I've got coming? Talking of like things that are low resolution. I've got a portable DVD player coming. Because I've got quite a few DVDs that I've got over the years. That things that aren't on streaming services. And not porn, before you say porn. Right, but definitely porn's a factor. But no, I've got just loads of DVDs. So I thought, you know what? I'm sure I could get a cheap DVD player. And so I had a look and I found one on eBay for £14. £14. Still hasn't arrived. But I think the resolution on that is 720p. It's not brilliant. We are seeing the UFC 285 official weigh-in show. That'll be coming up. So, yeah, portable DVD players, that's where it's at. That is where it is at. You are a block. I've only seen you now for the first time, said Kyle. Muniz by decision. Right, here we go then. Our main events. So, Andre Muniz... he is 5-0 in the UFC. He's got 3 wins by submission, 2 wins by decision. He came through contenders. He's got solid wrestling. He's got world-class jiu-jitsu. He is a specialist in jiu-jitsu. He's got Muay Thai. He's a southpaw. He's got relentless takedowns. Not as great on the feet. He's got a big body lock takedown. Suspect cardio. He will benefit from a smaller cage because he's going to be looking for those takedowns. And obviously in a bigger cage, he's going to have to chase his opponent around a lot more. Whereas here, there's not as many players for Brandon Allen to go. So smaller cage is definitely a benefit for Andre Muniz. Brandon Allen has got the better striking. He's got good boxing. He's got good leg kicks. He's going to look to keep the fight standing. He has got good volume, decent defense as well. Is young. He's 27. He's improving. He is hittable, but he's always working, always giving a good account of himself. He has got 20 wins, 5 losses. He's coming in as a plus 200 underdog. I think there is value on both guys. I think both guys have got path to victory. I would love your thoughts, though. Which way are you going? Are you going with Andre Muniz or are you going with Brendan Allen? I can tell you that Andre Muniz is on a 9-fight win streak. 9-fight win streak for him. And this is definitely going to be a challenge for him. But it is a challenge that he can rise to. So it's an interesting one. Days UFC stream after a long time. Summit, shout out to you. Wrestle with Andy said this is the biggest main event in history. Miss Clown said you could get one cheaper. What, than £14? Are you telling me I could get a portable DVD player cheaper than £14? Do you know what? I wanted to get one that was, I don't know, 10 inches, right? That's what I look for. I look for about 10 inches. So I wanted one for 10 inches. This one was only 7.5. So, of course, I was disappointed. But I looked on Amazon. They were selling the exact same one for £45. On eBay, someone was selling one brand new for £14. I ordered it about a week ago, and it still has not arrived. Do I think I've been scammed? Yes. Yes, 100%. I don't think I will ever see this DVD player. But I ain't getting one cheaper than £14. If you know where to get them, let me know. Honestly. Even if they've fallen off the back of a van. That is the kind of thing that back in the day you probably would have found in, dodgy markets or something like this. Portable DVD. Do you want a portable DVD? I reckon if you said to the average person, now, do you want a portable DVD player? They'd be like, no. Got a tablet. I've got streaming services. The only problem is I just happen to have DVDs that you can't watch anywhere else. Where am I going to watch season 1 and 2 of Ren and Stimpy? I mean, maybe I can watch that somewhere. I don't know. I haven't looked. That's just an example. Where am I going to watch all of the old Carry On movies from here in the UK? I've got the box set. Where am I meant to watch them? Again, there might be somewhere. I don't know. I got the James Bond box set as well for Christmas that I bought myself. Do you know how much that was on Amazon? £16 for all the films, apart from the last one. But still, 20 odd films, 16 quid. I am so good at finding bargains. So good. Check Radio Shack. We don't have Radio Shack. I'll add it to your many gifts, says Miss Cloud. Yeah, that PO box. Working on it. It's on the way. 7 inches is going to have to do. You just can't add those extra 3, said Wes. Listen, I'm 10 inches or out, mate. I've said this my whole life. It's 10 inches or nothing for me. But saying that, £14 for a 7.5 inch. Can't turn your nose up at that, can you? Can't turn your nose up at that. Krylov tripped on a cable. What website are you getting that stats? What, the ones on screen? These stats. These are from ESPN. Live. Lots of discs. Days versus Solo is the most relevant match. 2 dumb monsters. Sorry, what? Just unleashing in the fight. Right, here we go. Andre Muniz making his way down. Who is going to make first mistake? Days, don't air your certain collections on YouTube. But again, I'd like to point out that not all of it is pornography. Good 90-odd% probably is, though. But there are other things that I would like to enjoy once again. I got The Wolf of Wall Street in 4K the other week. It's a great film and resolution. I don't have a way of watching 4K films. I ain't even got a 4K TV. So, mate, you are living the high life. The high life. I'm scrambling around trying to get a portable DVD player. I'm trying to enjoy 720p. That's where I am. On a 7-inch screen for £14. That's where my life is. Can't go watching Wolf on Wall Street on 4K. Boob Rancher, shout out to you. Says 14 quid, what a bargain. Yeah, I do need to point out though, it still hasn't arrived. So, you know, when things seem a bit too good to be true, very much applies to this situation. Like, literally, it is the dictionary definition of that situation. So, I'll let you know if it does arrive. Days, I found a sealed Jeff Hardy basic top pick from 2019 in Smith's. Brought it because it only cost me £3. That's nice. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Right, here's Bruce Buffer. This is the main event of the evening. LOL. LOL. This is our main event of the evening. Dana has decided that we don't deserve anything else. No more fights for you. I've got to imagine they get a little bit more in pay. Waiting for 50 Shades of Days. Faces of Jay said, so you're saying you like big disc? I like big discs and I cannot lie. Absolutely. Bigger the better. Shame they don't make laser discs anymore. They were massive. Laser discs. Do you remember them? I never had any, and I never saw the player. It was technology that... I don't remember at the time, but it's technology I saw shortly after the time. And you go, flip was that? Who thought that was a good idea? Apparently they were really fragile as well. There must be someone in the world that's got like a massive laser disc collection. Do you remember FIFA 14 theme, Love Me Again by John Newman, which is the best FIFA theme according to you? Don't play FIFA. Don't play FIFA. I mean, I know that song anyway. I don't know it from FIFA. I would say the best is Blur Song 2. Thank you. One better has placed 117,000 to win Andre Muniz. If he does get it, they will get 177 back. They have placed a bet of 170, and they only get 177 back. Well, I suppose they make 60 grand, but so 117 has been bet. 1.7 is what they get back if Andre Muniz gets the win. I think I speak for everyone, literally everyone right now, in saying, come on, Brendan Allen. I think whenever I see someone placing a bet of that size, of that magnitude, I always instantly root for the person. So I reckon if you've got the kind of money to do that, unless you've got like one of the world's worst gambling addictions, I can only imagine that's like a sports star or someone that gets paid crazy amounts. Some kind of high executive. If you've got the kind of money like that to put on a fight, I hope you lose it. Do you remember mini discs? I had a mini disc player, actually. Very much remember mini discs, yes. I never really saw much music that you could buy on mini disc. They were always just blank, and then you made your own. You never went in and found albums on mini disc, or certainly I never. They probably did make them, but they were probably very specialist. Do you know what I mean? Very limited. They certainly never got adopted mainstream. Oh, that's a lovely shot straight down the middle. Andre Muniz getting rocked there by Brendan Allen. So these two on the feet. Low kick coming in by Allen. Then there's a shot straight down the middle, and that really had Andre Muniz rocked. He's recovered, though. Steps into the center. We got Brendan Allen in the center with him. Shots coming in. Big strikes coming in. Lovely counter shots coming back there by Brendan Allen. Low kick coming in there by Muniz. And the two staring at each other. Bit of respect being shown. Nice spin kick to the body. Shots again coming in. Driving Muniz back. Jab coming in. Jab to the body. Nice heavy shot coming in there by Allen. Allen on the feet looking pretty good. We know that Muniz is going to need to try and get this down to the ground. Kick coming in there by Brendan Allen. Muniz is ranked 11th in the middleweight division. Allen is not ranked. Again, kick coming in there by Brendan Allen. Charging forward. Lovely shot straight down the middle. Kick coming in by Andre Muniz. Couple of shots. Lovely work there by Muniz. Jab coming in. Shot coming in there by Brendan Allen. Allen responding. Lovely strike straight down the middle by Allen. Nice mixing in his kicks as well. Kick to the side of the body. Heavy kick there by Andre Muniz. Muniz again just edging forwards. Oh, big heavy blows. Driving Allen back. So Muniz in control. He's managed to grab a hold of the leg. This is better by Andre Muniz. This is better. And he was looking for that takedown, but he couldn't find it. Got Allen on his feet. We got Muniz in there as well. In the center. Muniz just taking a few steps back. Allen putting the pressure on. Oh, missed with that. And Muniz almost getting the counter. And again, both guys in the middle. I managed a Sam Goody music store. FYE beat us. FYE still alive, said Defcon. I miss managing a CD music shop. FYE is still around. And but I think only in a few locations. They've definitely downscaled, decreased. Kick to the body. Yeah, they. I really like those stores. Really like those stores. I just like honestly, they're my favorite shops to go in. I like record shops and DVD shops and like your FYE types. I've never been in a Sam Goodies. I've heard of them, but I've never been into one. Kick coming in. Another kick coming in by Brendan Allen. Shots, lovely strike there by Brendan Allen. Again, that's a lovely right hand. Throwing away. Kick coming in. Lovely work by Muniz. Spin kick to the body there by Allen. Another kick coming back there by Muniz. These two really going at each other, and that is the end of the round. Uncle Dana will be pleased. Got out of round one. You can use processor in a modern day gaming computer and double your bandwidth outputs. Oh, technical. Keep all your old technology. People love collecting, that said Fortnite. That's true. Did you see what that iPhone sold for? An original iPhone from 2008 in the box. It still wrapped, sealed. The person got it as a present, thought to themselves, I don't need this right now because I've just got a new phone, so I'll keep this to one side. Left it. Obviously, that technology gets out of date. So they just got left. Never needed to open it. Might have thought about selling it at some point, but yeah, finally did. Got thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy amount of money. It's like 60, 70,000 something it went for. Absolutely insane. So, yes. I think you still need to have it like sealed and boxed and everything if you want those kinds of figures, but kick to the midsection there by Brendan Allen. Another kick coming back there by Andre Muniz. Days need some hard discs. Everything's on streaming now, says Matt. That's true. Well, not everything. Low kicks coming in. Nice dig to the body there. Oh, I tell you what I don't understand. And that's if you want to buy something like, I don't know, Star Trek, right? Next Generation. If you wanted to buy that or Walking Dead or Breaking Bad and you wanted the digital copy, they're so expensive. Why are the digital copies so expensive? You would imagine that should be dirt cheap. I wouldn't mind rebuying some of the things I've got and just having them digitally. I know you can convert them, but I don't know how to do that. But, knee strike coming in. But, like, yeah, like, so expensive. Doesn't make sense. It's way cheaper to get the DVD. I think some things on Amazon are like £1.99 an episode. Again, look, Brendan Allen in control. That's 1 minute 40 in this second round. Allen, 24 strikes. Oh, heavy low kick. Brendan Allen edging forward. Muniz backing up again. Allen looking really good with his hands. We know Muniz needs to get this down to the ground. He hasn't managed to get any takedowns. Did you ever go to the Big Virgin Megastore in downtown Disney? That was goats. I went there a few times, and I would say it's one of my favorite shops ever. Yep. Oh, lovely work. Down on the ground. Honestly, if we were going to do favorite ever shops, no doubt in my mind, in my top 10 ever, maybe even top 5, pushing for number 1 would be that Virgin Megastore in downtown Disney. It was incredible, wasn't it? When you walked in, there was just a row of listening booths and then a sea of browsers, CDs when you first go in. And then I believe, like, I can't remember what was over on the other side. I think it was games over on that side. And upstairs was where all the DVD stuff was. At the back was like T-shirts and everything. And this thing was like a flipping house. It was absolutely huge. The amount of items that must have been in there, just, I don't know, stunning. Stunning. Heartbreaking that it's not there anymore. I think it's some kind of bowling restaurant thing now or something. Don't know. Yeah, heartbreaking. Used to be able to go in, buy a Bob Marley best of, buy a Bob Marley t-shirt, get a Bob Marley hat. You could come out looking like Bob Marley. Yeah, it was like a lifestyle. You could buy a whole new lifestyle. If you wanted to be a punk, if you went in normal, wanted to come out of punk, you could have come out of punk. Could have come out like anything. Lovely work at the moment. Over on the side, Brendan Allen. We are down on the ground. It was so fortunate that Muniz took him down and Allen fell on top. Do you remember you could make your own albums in Woolworths? Oh, do you know I do and I don't? Oh, that's going to send me down a flipping wormhole now. I need to look into that. I saw, we had a Woolworths in Stourbridge. It was the big shop, you know, the shop I love the most. And I sort of do remember you having the ability to do that, but I never did it. And I would want to see what it looked like. Did you do it? Right now, Brendan Allen is in sides control. He's got Muniz down on the ground. As we said, this can only go 3 rounds. It is our main event, but it can only go 3 rounds. And there we go. End of that round. So, Brendan Allen, 32 significant strikes to 26. 2 minutes 39 control time. I tell you what, whoever's got that 117 grand on Andre Muniz, they're certainly not feeling very confident right now. Right, here we go. Gonna get ready for round number 3. Just talking about that unfortunate moment. Same moment I think Retribution was referring to. Yeah, no, not a 5-rounder, this one. Obviously, it was meant to be co-main. It's been bumped up to the main, but these guys were not prepared or ready for 5 rounds. Here we go. Peter, shout out to you. Round number 3. Third and final rounds. At least they managed to get 2 hours 10. You know, it'll be knocking on the door of 2 hours 20, 2 hours 30, won't it? By the time we're all done. Uncle Dana survives. Okay, we've got spin kick coming into the body there by Andre Muniz. Third and final rounds. I worked on the entertainment counter at Woolworths. Oh, that is living the dream. That is cool. Oh, big heavy shots there by Andre Muniz. Swinging away. Low kick coming in there by Brendan Allen. Hook shot coming in by Brendan Allen. That kind of woke Allen up. Another kick coming in there by Allen. Yeah, he's doing all right here. Couple of shots coming back. Allen edging forwards. Got 3 minutes 50 on the clock. Oh, heavy shots. Lovely work there by Allen. Allen's looked so good on the feet. Kick coming in, but just falls short. Come on, Allen. Come on, Allen. I wonder if it was Drake that put that money down. Again, we've got Allen bouncing around. Oof. Kick coming in. Edging forwards. Misses there by Muniz. Bouncing around. Again, trying to find a way forward. Charges forward. Slips. Swing. Miss. They touch gloves. 3 minutes left to go. What are we looking at? 46. Quite close on significant strikes. There's what? 5 in it? 5 in it. 5 in it. Low kick coming in there by Andre Muniz. Shot coming in there by Brendan Allen. Couple of oh, that's a lovely right hand. Great right hand by Brendan Allen. Oh, that's woke Andre Muniz up. That's woken me up. That is beauty. Straight down the middle. Bang. Connects. Look beautiful. Bouncing around. Just over 2 minutes to go. Nice. Oh, grabbing a hold of the leg here. Brendan Allen. Takedown by Brendan Allen. Now he's going to look to take the sting out of the fight. He's inside control. Oh, Andre Muniz. Oh, dear. 44 significant strikes each now. Come on, Muniz, take him down. Wrestler Andy said, who worked as head of security at the Woolworths Pick and Mix? Don't know, man, but the amount of kids that must have stolen that Pick and Mix. Putting on tight squeeze now here, Brendan Allen. Oh, yeah, it's got a tight squeeze. This. Brendan Allen. Oh, he's got Muniz. There's just over a minute to go. It's not under the chin. It's on the chin. So Brendan Allen has been able to get round the back. Dana is the undisputed power slap champion of the world. Slapped his wife. Nothing's come of that, has it? Nothing's come of that. Oh, and he taps him, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Brendan Allen wins in round 3, and someone has just lost $117,000. Wow. Wow. Hey, John. Remember when you had $117,000? Do you remember that? Why are you crying, John? John, why are you crying? John, why is your wife crying? John, why is your kids crying? What's going on, John? Oh. I do feel sorry for you, Retribution. I feel sorry for you. Summit said, what about floppy disk? I deserve better than that. I know my self-worth and my self-value. I ain't no floppy disk boy. Yeah. Retribution said, I'm fuming. John said, I don't want to talk about it. Well done, John Doe. John Doe, where's the applause? Oh, do you think I'd have it under applause? Is it? Ah, I've put it under clapping. I'll change that. I'm sure the person that lost 117k isn't hurting for money, to be honest. No, exactly. That's why I feel comfortable taking the mick out of them, because in my mind, it's a sports star, it's Bill Gates, it's Elon Musk, it's someone that's got money, you know? If you find yourself in life in a position where you can gamble that amount of money, it's still going to sting though, isn't it? That is still going to sting. No one wants to see 117,000 go out of their account. It's going to sting. If this was a serious sport, a serious company, a company dedicated to giving us the best content possible, we would not be interviewing the fighters. We would find that person and we would interview them. I am so much more engaged and interested. I don't give a flip what Brendan Allen has got to say. I don't care. Right? Find me the person that just lost 117,000. Part of me thinks I would love. What a day that would be. What a day that would be. Imagine waking up and having the ability to lose $117,000. That's who I want to hear from. I want to hear from them. I want to know, how much is it going to hurt? Or are they not bothered? I want to know, how often do they bet? Was this their first time? I want to know, why did they go so big on Andre Muniz? What had they heard? I mean, Andre Muniz was a firm favourite. But what was it that made them go so big on him? Brendan Allen had paths to victory. What made them so confident? That's the interview I want. If you're dumb enough to bet that much, then it is your own problem. Retribution said it must have been Drake. He's a heavy better. It is Drake. That's most people's life savings. It's scary to think of the disparity of wealth. Most people's life savings are 117. They honestly, I'm sure I heard some on Martin Lewis's Money Show that X amount of people, and it's very significant. We're talking millions, 2 million people. Some of those in the UK have no savings whatsoever, nothing. Live from paycheck to paycheck. I don't know, 117 is just, it's insane, man. Oh my God, imagine the portable DVD player I could get with that kind of money. I could have 10 inches, couldn't I? I could have 12. I could have 12 inches. I'm scribbling around for a £14 DVD player, 7 inches. It's going to give me 720p. Imagine if I had that kind of money. 114. I could have 12 inches and a remote. You just don't want to think about it sometimes, do you? You don't want to think about it. You don't want to dwell on how the other half live. Dominic Cruz, Michael Bisping going to have their final thoughts. Tomorrow is the oil money fight, said Dylan, between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Yeah. Yes. Right. I think we're done. When I said most people, I meant those that have life savings, said Retribution. Not the vast majority of us that do live paycheck to paycheck. I got you. At 12 inches, nowadays is living in a fantasy world. Well, you say that, James, but listen, mate, I've got some videos that would blow your mind. You could get some real discs for that kind of money. Dark Knight said money doesn't make you happy unless you're happy without it. Yeah, but honestly, a portable DVD player would make me happy. Yeah, because when I'm done here and I'm like, feeling a bit tired and I go to bed, I could watch a DVD in bed. That will improve the quality of my life. That will take life to the next level, right? So we can sit here and say that money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy DVD player, and that will make me happy, right? I don't want to say you're wrong, but I'm just pointing out some facts that you might not have considered. Hey, upcoming schedule for March is pretty sick. We've got Jones and Garn next week, which looks pretty good. Obviously, we're in London as well. I can't imagine Dana's loving that advert being on his show. Top Rank ESPN Plus, Jake Paul against Tommy Fury. Prelims start at 1 p.m. The smile on Bisping's face. Money doesn't bring happiness, but it does necessities as well that bring happiness. Money is the byproduct of happiness. Drake only bets in millions, not hundreds and thousands, says Inside Out and Again. Days will get 50 DVD players now from Sony. That's not how it works, unless they're watching. And even then, I don't think they, those kind of companies will send you stuff so that you talk about them and promote them. And I think like anyone's going to be promoting a portable DVD player in 2023. I mean, even I'm quite happy to admit it is so out of date. Do you know, I actually read an article that's like, what are the best portable DVD players? The very first line of this article that was listing the best DVD players said, like, is it weird to buy a DVD player in 2023? Yes. Yes, it is. Like, that was the very first line. I was like, Jesus, guys, I only wanted to know the best. I didn't expect to be put down. They did then continue by saying, but does it also bring benefits in 2023? Yes. Yes, it does. So that's what they were going for. Like, is it weird? Yes. But are there benefits to it still? Yes. Yes, there are. And if you're looking for the best, this is the article. That's what they were going for. But literally the first line was, is it weird to buy a portable? I was like, Jesus. Guys, you could have just given me the list. You didn't need to put me down. I'm so desperate for it to arrive now. You know when like you're not really bothered about something, but then you become bothered about, like, that's what's happened to me. So I saw this DVD player. It was £14. I was like, oh, I could buy that, watch it in bed. Brilliant. Yeah, good. But because it was such a bargain, part of me was like, that'll never arrive. That'll never arrive. I will never get that, right? That's a scam. My head was screaming scam, okay? And it was meant to come on Thursday or Friday. Here we are on Saturday, and it still has not come. So now I'm pretty convinced it's never arriving. But every day now, I am like a dog in the window waiting for the postman. I am literally like, any noise outside, I'm like, is that the postman? Is that the postman? And the dog's then like, what's happening? What's going on? Me and the dog are both like, I think it's the postman. I think the postman's in. Has he got the DVD player? Is it going to arrive? Is it going to arrive? It was only £14. I'm not really expecting it, but me and the dog are on high alert whenever the postman's on. He's going to drop it off, and both me and the dog are going to be there going, they'll be barking. I'll be like, have you got a package for me? Have you? Oh, yay, big. Have you got 7 inches for me? Oh, matron. Dave's anticipating his DVD like most of us wait for Christmas. You don't go and sniff the postman's ass. Ass. Well, I will if the DVD player's there. If he goes, yeah, I've got your DVD player right here, mate. Right here. I'll be like, oh, come here then. Give it over. Yeah, well, there we go. There we go. Give out your P.O. box. I don't have one. Miss Clown says, when I met him in person ages ago, that he had a few little gifts and things that he'd managed to pick up, things that he's seen that I thought that I might enjoy and the channel might enjoy. And no word of a lie now, it's probably been about 3 or 4 years that Miss Clown has been going on at me to get a P.O. box. And my standard answer has been, yep. We're going to do that. We're going to get that sorted. And I have had intentions of getting it sorted. And I even looked into it, and it's really expensive. It's really expensive. Like, I think with the Royal Mail, it's like a few £100 a year to have a P.O. That's mental. That is mental. I mean, I know that, like, the post office is meant to be struggling and all this, but, well, at least it was. But don't go taking it out on me, right? It's not my fault. Charging me hundreds of pounds for a P.O. box. So I haven't done it. A multiverse of DVDs. That's my life. That's where my life is. Right, I'm going to go off, grab something to eat, and do more research for tomorrow. We are back tomorrow. We are doing the main fight. We are doing the undercards. We are doing the prelims. We are doing before the prelims. If there is anything happening tomorrow that is Jake Paul, Tommy Fury related, I am here. And I am going to go as far as to say that even if I was streaming and the postman came with my DVD player, I would not abandon the stream. I would not get up and abandon the stream. I am dedicated tomorrow. Any other stream, I'd drop you like it was last week. I'd be right over there collecting my DVD player. But if it arrives tomorrow, and it can, I know it's Sunday, but it can still arrive. Trust me, I've checked. I'm desperate for this thing, right? I'm here. I'm streaming, right? So that's my commitment to you. So have a good night. Appreciate the support. And if you are around tomorrow, then I will see you then. Before we do run off, though, my brain just said to me, oh, don't go before checking Tapology. So I'm like, that is a good shout. That is a good shout. People are good enough to make their picks on Tapology. In our group on Tapology, the Wrestling Days League, I should be good enough to read out the winners, the movers and the shakers. Right, I think this has updated. I mean, it must have. The fight ended a little while ago. So, let's just have a little look for Sunny. Just going down. Just going down. I'm still going down. I'm desperate, as you know. I want to get her into the top 5, ideally top 10, even give her a shout out. But I'm into the what's this 375. Don't know, mate. Don't know. I think you got lost. Right, number 5, Temp Zone 9. Joint third is Priscilla Mello. Then we've got also joint third AWS 88. In second place is Other Mother. And then in first place is Cal Hogan. Well done. Oh, hang on. Is that all that does? I thought it was going to go, ba-ba. Cal Hogan! Well done, Cal Hogan. Shout out to you for winning at Tapology this. Right, appreciate the support. And I am back tomorrow. I will see you then. Bye for now.